Renegade, I'm here. Yeah, man, have no fear, have no fear. All right, so here it is now. We're supposed to start 7:30, but we have a breaking news. We have a breaking news with some robbery. So we're gonna start the show from now. Then we have a nice interview come up on City Hall later. So I'm gonna join by my Titan brothers, you know? Yes. Lyde and Byron. Same? Yes. And then we have the caretaker for Northeast St. James, that Allan Bernard, coming on 7:30. But we have to do a breaking news because, you know, them have some robbery. They go on somewhere in a porous Chinese place a block. And some you get caught up, you know, one of them must get injured and something. So we're going to show something with them do, them go on TikTok. And then we hear them because we have different videos I'm going to show with them. You know, because them go live, you know. Them go live. When I said, John, this is going to catch me because when I said them I go college, but them now have no work. When you just watch me. And we not care where, you know, Andrew, we not care what you want to say. We not push out them thing and all kind of little thing, except desperation and all kind of things. Them go this and them attack. Them come out and them identify. I want to identify if the one I go college, him I go college with you. And I'm only look when I say him youth, you know, 13 now and some 13 at the youth birthday and some other little things. So I listen. You understand? Surprising. Me could start the show now. Let me just start the show right away. Yeah, start the show.
I'm going to build on some of this place. Tell the boy, never come on. You want some never no man. See, anyway, go some. Man a big train setter. Don't some run the place. We no never come and come in no run rat race. Big train setter. Don't some set the place. Never come on. Yo. As a man said to me, you're an expansion man. Cool one. In the car, I'm gonna spam. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together. And I know make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and don't stand. Maybe sit and let me get a while. I pull up a tan. Run up the train setter. No one come set the place. Never lava come and come in no run rat race. Big train setter they want some set the place. Never lava come on. Yo veteran. To perform a stage show and for them up the rest. Take some juice and smoke too big at the festival. Naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, load some natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When we up on the mic how the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big train setter, load some set the place. Never lava come and come in and run rat race. Big train setter, load some set the place. Never lava come and
Yes, my brother.
Yes, my
What's
brother.
up?
Big up, my brother. I'm there, man.
All right.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. We're there, you know, because we have the interview come on with Allan Bernard. But we have to do the breaking news. I come on 7:30. And I want you to listen this. And remember, you know, and I talk to the youth, them, you know, and we see it's a desperation. I think them all over the place. Now we have the video and them go live. Them go for our place down in Spalding, yes. And police were in pan them and all kind of things. And them I beg the police. Say, yeah, when I beg the police and I said, John, no, I'm getting at this. Because one of them said them I go college. And you see all these kind of things right now, may I tell you, you know, if we just find something, give them for the real something. You know, because we don't want to destroy the youth them. Too much of them are go. It don't even make no sense. You understand? So I could look upon this, like I could break the news and look upon this. And then we're going to show something else. Right? So I could look upon that one at first. Let me look upon that one at first. Let me see that one at first. Let me see which one I look upon first. So that one here. Alright. Look upon that one here.
Yes. Alright. Call it me again. You don't know three things that are way. We just get accepted for things to make people don't have fine. I'm not sure.
You said this week you were convinced your team would get to this point where they are challenging at the top of the table, perhaps not this quickly. They're showing no signs of slowing down though, are they?
I've stopped.
Top that, Pokemon will go in and one them team. Let's reach out. Officer. And now. People, right now. Yo, not the phone. Not the fool.
You say that there's going to be more time before you
So them say them unarmed, yeah? One time go college, but treat it away, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me hear this again. I will not care what you're saying no honest. You know, make we get something for the youth. Them, yes, you we are talk to. We are 3 trillion. Yeah, when I move free education and then I tell people about free, not free because you used to free when for man they put it free on the store, one man bag of things and tell people like, and then we have things like this. Go on them about them things I do now. You understand? Or we have careless government. Yeah, when just do. Continue.
If I had to pick somebody for knockouts, I would have to pick
Officer, I'm telling you the life, you know. See, before you kill mistake. I'm not going, you know. 13 of my daughter birthday here, and that's why I do this. Please. Officer, I'm not work, officer.
You want him to look a while?
Yeah.
13 and daughter birthday, that's why the officer please not work. But Andrew, according to Andrew, 3.6% of people now have no job now. Everybody at work. Continue.
So, let's ask if you're lenient, yeah?
Literally was like knocked out. I love watching you, bro. You remind me of Ariana. She's petite.
Oh, they say you really murder me. I'm sorry, we're not armed enough to take all this.
People away. So I'm really proud of you, bud.
Officer, just do. That's how I'm going to do, man. Just,
who is the winner of this knockout?
Oh, so them not negotiate.
The winner of this knockout.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
I picked something real because
we can't say that.
it's unique. It reminds me of a mix between Bruno Mars and Michael Jackson. I'm so proud to be on your team.
No, I'm fine. I'm telling you, I'm fine. I just have a big mistake, man. So I think
coaches on your mind that Jeremy is available to steal. Jeremy,
no, we're not take a police for one.
I would have never imagined that I'd be standing in front of you, being one of the most talented people I've ever met. I'm just so grateful. Give it up one more time for Jeremy.
I'm sorry.
Jeremy, uncle. Yeah. If no one bangs that button, you think they're not good.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah? But I'm sorry, I'm sure about the
I use my story on Jeremy because I seen something I can help him with.
I'm skeptical to come and do it again.
The way you can have a big moment, subtle moments, certain tender stuff that can really do it. When it comes to the playoffs, Team Swift really got me on the edge of my seat. I was emotionally connected to the ball team because I know these artists that I love. And just seeing them take those steps and becoming the best. Has been brutal. From 5 to only 2. When everyone is so resilient,
my defense test. So my put it on different. I'm mad at the point like, yo, even though people are disappointed. Brother, soldier, everything.
Thank you, guys. I used to look at people that were 34 and be like, they're so old, and now I'm 32.
Let them get shot.
Let them get shot.
Yo, buddy. Yo, what up? What up? Please, I'm pulling, man. Just pull on the thing and there, I guess. Yo, man is... Yo, see gun there, sir. Yeah, watch out, man. See gun them, there, man. We ain't the thing that I think for them. Squad, see gun them, I do.
Let's go, can I go that?
No, you good, man. It's a Henry that the school and that. It's a Henry. It's a Henry that dog. It's a Henry. It's a Henry. Please, watch out. I hope it. To the right, see me? See them, officer. Lift up your shirt. Lift up your shirt. Lift up your shirt. Yo, so we can't take off your shirt. Take off your shirt. Can't take off your shirt. Lift up your shirt.
You get shot in the man.
Officer, man, Nick out in officer. So what you want to do now? What I know, they tell them what it is. Black, what you say? What I know.
If you're doing that and you're 9, and you know they're playing in the. Something's going on.
Let's put it.
You can't steal these players.
Yo, see it. Put it. Fire, we can't go and say please like our defenses. No, right, listen, just don't want to chat. Don't go them on it. Yo, I'm sorry. Put it. Fix them company they can see them. Fix them company they can see. Please. Click that, shoot me. See the car will on the door. So, we put them on. Make the man shoot, brother. What are you doing? Officer, you know what's on the easy. I know someone.
Remember about the they made us a follow passion. Yes, put them to come on.
I take them and put it. You take them and put it. Make him do it. Officer, all we can get the guys. Officer, all we can get. You are guaranteed, please. Why, say I believe to see my data, bro. Just do it live.
I make me live for my daughter birthday.
Let me not plea bargain.
Yeah, but when should I do still? Let me tell them when should I do. Come and talk to them. So if them tell them to come out, and I tell them to come out 1-1, turn back way, come out, pull the door, you try not to turn back way, and you come here, you cuff them. You know, feeling that. Because them say them a surrender, you know.
Yeah, them say them a surrender.
So I don't know why them take so long to do this.
Me I say,
Them a
they
come.
say a lack of professionalism on the part of the police them still, because if a man, you know,
Make them come out 1-1, back way.
yeah, simple.
Up back way, you see them get shot, them surrender. Say them surrender, you make them come out. You understand? Back way. Say them not see you. You know, say how much I want to take that one day and cuff him. That one day, and then move.
Well, in a case like that, you know, because that's why police will have certain defects, you know, like tear gas and all them things that then, for instance, then. You understand?
Yeah.
You
But them have the shield, you know. But like I'm saying, because police, remember you have man, you see it overseas and everywhere, you know, when the man have them gun and police, I said, come out, you know, I look upon them, I said, well, back way. And if that's all right, 1-1. Say 200 can't run out. So I see that man, them back, you know, I say nothing else. You push and it's the next man, so you cuff him. So I come out and then reverse and somebody get him out. You understand? I know.
Yeah.
And you take him out. I will do with police. You understand? But yeah, when I say one of them say college. So maybe show them an extra continue so with them because I wind up. So maybe show them I never put up this because to it look away. I never put up this. Yes, brother. So when I put up a one there, brother. Let me say that one I want to show them because when I put it up, yeah, because I want to kind of have a little thing on it. You see it like that.
Yeah.
I can show them it still. You understand? So the next one. So them the live, them the pan live I do this. in the pan life. So that one, yeah, may I keep it far. My big never answer. Please. You went to say?
Brother, police and soldier.
I never have to beg no more now. Them know you're going and you're surrender, you take them out and you don't have to beg them after please. You understand? You just do your work and just do your work, you know? They might say, my brother, all right, this is the same thing when I talk about like. So my brother was police and soldier. I tell you, say the police and soldier come from us. So he must do the same brother where them desperate and thing must in a little company or whatever you when never talk to him, brother get, yeah? You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
From farmer guidance have to come from, you know,
that me I tell you.
in the family. If you see a family member go out of line, you know, somebody within the family can reach out to him and, you know, redirect him sensitivity towards where I deal with.
Yes.
You understand? Because I mean, if you as a father, you have a daughter, we are birthday at the 13th, and you go to college, another one go to college. But no stick to the principle I want to deal with. It becomes a father, it all have to be about work.
Yes.
You know, honest work. And
Yes.
if you're a college student, you just deal with your books. You're not supposed to depend on them senior.
No,
I
but
beg
yes,
police, you know, surrender your life to police.
But yeah, this now, when you look at that scene and I make mistake, I can't say to Andrew on this. Because he is a prime minister, but him have some account, 28 account with 400 million I run through them. With the quote of a thing of 25 and the 28 requested. So if you are set them president, you know, ever step down, what you expect them you to do Andrew on this?
That we are talking about, you know. If
You
the
know,
leader involved in a criminal activity.
you them go for little money, but you have 400, you have nearly $500 million in a 3 things. But you can't agree for that. You said the workforce done, but you still nobody not work for nothing. You got look college fee. You said free, you not free. You them say we know about youth and we know that and that. You see, you have some youth who come from get to no care what. Them now run in a bungle and go lock up themselves like this. Man, them are spot out them all them figure get where and where them are gonna do. But now bungle up like this. You understand?
Yeah.
Man, and take them out. Them not ready, man. Them not. You see? Them just want them robber them, you know. But we see other man we are robber, we are burn them because they lead by example. That you can look on and rob nothing. We have 3 trillion. But them can't tell me where it's gone, you know, my brother.
No, we're not gonna know where it's gone in alone some from them, you know. And the real people them have to come in to get that out of them. Because them now go just tell we the ordinary citizens. You have to have law enforcement from overseas to come grill them.
Yes.
To get the truth out of them. You understand? But then when you know you take away from the youth them, this is what we get. Because them 3 trillion there, you know. A whole heap of infrastructure work them money they could have do for provide some, you know, working activity for them youth, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because Jamaica is supposed to get the people them to work. The government of Jamaica is supposed to get the working class to work. We have so much work where we can't put the people them to. Real work. Yeah. Farming have to be paramount. Because you feed yourself if you not grow your own food. Yeah. We are talking about the foreign affairs minister. Them to go overseas and get investors coming to the country. But then we have problem. We are in that investor from coming to the country. We have crime and we have high electricity bill. Them are the 2 major factors we are driving real investor from come to Jamaica, you know. Because the government feel like say if you just have the country like a shanty town, it will attract business people. No, the business community now will come to you. You have to clean up your place, man. And them things that we are emphasized with the government and the police them for that. Clean up the country. A little country not supposed to have so much high-powered weapon in the hands of some people who we know can even afford a night dinner, but them have 600,000 gun in them hand. And when you look, you see 3, 4 of that. 2.8 million what a gun there so.
Yes.
Come on. You understand? Where are these guns coming from? And where are the ammunition coming from? Because them youth are no license to import no gun in the country, you know. And them now no firearm license up at DVLA, you know. So them get gun. Who will give them the gun? We have to rid the society of this monster, man. This gun culture. Jamaica can't just expand in a gun culture like that, man. Where everybody know how to take up robbery.
So them gonna look brand new.
A brand new gun, them, yes, man.
No rust. Them
I know rusty gun, them. Them gun, they're brand new gun, high-powered weapon.
Them now no money. Who for gun them ya?
Who for gun them?
You know, answer me. I want a big boy from PSOG. I know what I want. Answer we, you know. Who for gun them ya? Cause we not nastiness, you know. Yes. You understand? Look at them a brand new gun.
Brand new machine, them, my brother. But one thing, like how, you know, policing take its course in this scenario. So, like how not have the man them now, we're not supposed to can get some real evidence out of them, you know.
Yeah, but here
That's the purpose of real policing.
But like
when you apprehend the people, man, you know, just murder them.
No.
Yeah, you get what you want from them now, real information.
Yes. But them should do, you know, bad them up. Because them commit a crime against the state. Against the Chinese or against the state. Because Chinese them go up against the state. So yes. See them not get through them when they still get them when they get some guns. So instead of one of us when go to go cut some deal with them. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Them up. Lift them and don't do it.
No.
When you talk to them overseas, you talk to them, make them know the consequences. This put your life in imprisonment. Talk to me. You could have you get the gun them from all coming, all this. We can't talk to you. So we can't pop off for 1 and 2 years after one thing. Better for you. See? Reason with them.
Yeah, man.
If you really want to do some work. Let me tell you something. You see, police do some work sometime in Jamaica. Can I have the real police them? The real police them now push them up, you know. Them push up the ranks, right? Through the, you know, them get politically aligned. I mean, I tell the people them long time, say the police, listen to me. The youth, them come from we. Yeah. Yeah. The youth, them come from we. So, who you think turn police? Fiend brother turn soldier. How that go? You see it? This is what I talk about. We need truth and conciliation. We need to capture the youth them. Andrew, you see the money them want to get for the grant and look about they not touch youth them. I want to thief it. We no cabinet and want to think thief it. That have to stop. The government is a chopper government. So you can't get nothing better than this, you know, because remember, you know, lion hungry him hunt.
Him hunt, him have to hunt.
Animal hungry them hunt. And when them hunt, them have no mercy. Animal, that's just them instinct. We don't know that. Snake, when them eat and full them belly, them so that them go lie down. Them not eat 4 or 5 times. No. Them just take one big thing and when them full them belly, them just lie down until them hungry again. Yeah. You understand? Yes, and that's a serious thing. The youth, them when them a beg yourself, the next thing police, this what them do? Dead man tell no tears. And them a tell you, say, listen me I open it. Me see other people, them place full. And when me see the police, and police all right, you want to do, how much I want that, because they going, okay. You are open, don't try nothing. You just so use your foot. No in a hand. Bullet will come. Climb up the scene and everything, and them will cover up the whole place. Kick them out. You kick them out. Each I want to know. 1, step out back way with your hand up in the ear. Simple. 1. Him step out, your handcuff him, move him out of the way, and you call out the next one. Turn them take out people. Real policing now. No joke. Back way. So him not see you, him not see where him turn. Right? So him blind to where one. You understand? And you step out and you arrest him. And then when you're done, you go make them get them doctor thing who get shot and what have you. And then the reality kick in now because them
investigation. No. Real investigation start because
you know, forgot about boy, don't do it.
No.
They don't commit a crime against you, against the state. Don't do it. You understand? That's why I want to get the thing shield. I'm sure what them do. What me that say, my brother? All right, I'm show you. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. We done. So, all right, thank you, sir. Because we not tell them nothing wrong, you know. We know the tabloid we not saying. We know the tabloid. Now the tabloid. See? We are tell them things for better. To get the place better. You understand? And sometimes a youth might go get in and look at trouble. And them are going like the wickedest thing. Remember, you know, that where them go for, although them work with gun it equal money. But them who no get 473 million from the Chinese there because it's not there. Who you think of 473 million of the money laundering and run through them account? Because money them go for, you know. And money them are go for the sale. But with some bigger money I run when the place locked down, nearly $500 million 2-3 account. And people are carry IC go a court like people are eat that. You think we know them thing there? We burn them. We not play with them around here. You understand? If you set example, that's why the youth them let go so now. Because them see what you are doing, them say, okay, we are starved. And yes, when I know them nasty, when them Stanton and Staten, I come out at about 3 pints than everybody at work. That's when I eat that. People are starved. A matter of fact, only you yourself come out and when again tie, apologize to people and say, well, we know we're not starved and honestly, so we're gonna try to change it and we're gonna fix the word and we're gonna fix this. Not that them say better.
Yeah,
not
man.
That them come out and say the nastiness there.
But Staten poll, you know, survey where them carry out, you know, we don't have garbage that, you know. That have to just make the government look good. You understand?
But it not look good.
Me would have some new manufacturing company in Jamaica.
Yes.
Convinced, say at 3.6. You understand? But from us, no new investor come in. Me know say that a garbage.
Yeah. Some people not going back to work from Berryland now. Yes, till it, instead I go up and I go down. They're fooling up.
Yeah, man.
Fool stuff.
Yeah.
How would they eh?
I just PR.
You said it 13 times data, so I not murder me. I'm a data. Maybe the one is at college. He not have no money. He must say, him go do this. Because he might tell you. So if he want to go to college, and you could have given him the grant to one, instead of not chop the grant. Can we get 31 million from the vice president? I wouldn't know the money. Remember, now $4.8 billion that, you know. A 31 million US that, you know. 10 million US. Look at 10 million US, you know, brother. Can I go like 160 to 1? I want 1 billion.
Yeah.
Times 3. You understand?
Yeah.
You see me about
4.8.
And plus the 1.6, put 1.6 and nearly 5 billion. 4.6.
A 6.2 billion that man.
No, 1 million. You get 1 point, them I get an annex 1 point add, yeah, 100 million. So it's 160. So them I get 4.96 8 and the 1 million 9.6. Yeah, so I get $4.96 billion. Nearly 5 billion. Wait gone. Andrew, you can't tell where we turn? Eh? The little money where the youth them I got me say and next one now police get shot. You don't see the one of them come out for Christmas and rob brother.
Yeah.
The youth them come out like piranha rob.
Yeah, Christmas just around the corner, you know. So we see the gas station robbery. We see this.
As I say, they go put your finger it up. See that? See you that rob with them gun there, you know? See that? If they not look up, them are not even robbers.
Clean as day that you must see that.
So then look at the gun there, man. Go over there, look there.
See them pull it up on him. See them.
Like him jerk when him see the gun and him fire off.
See them grab it up. See them grab it up.
And see him not visible.
Zoom out, see if you can catch a plate. Zoom out. See if you can catch a plate. Zoom out.
You see a boy run come from we never did it
I'm
inside.
on the tree. I'm on the tree. See that.
Might have to take it from another.
Give me another camera and see if we can get that now.
Alright, exit camera that. Time 22:50 now. Alright, I think we can take one and take the exit camera and get that now.
Hello?
And then
So this is what we see are going right now. And this bad. That's what we see are going right now. Eh?
Madness, my brother. Just madness, me say I go on to Jamaica right now. You know, because it's like everything just out of control. No law and order. You understand? Because law and order can't in a country where you have property, you know, my brother. I just saying if a lion hungry man have to go hunt.
Yes.
You understand? The youth them now got to stay hungry so. Them have woman, them have themselves look after them have youth. Them are go find ways and means to achieve. So what we are talking about is just job creation for the country, for the youth them. Yeah, that are the fundamental process for rid yourself of crime. You have to have job in place.
Yes.
I mean, know the youth them would have gravitate to the work, them would have take on the job. Cause you know, job with good salary too, you know. Cause if you have to pay them some little idiot money, them I get frustrated. Them I swear, nah, make them two ends meet. So some are go walk well. We want the people them can have job with a good pay packet for reward them for them work what them do for the week. So when them go home, them can take care of them family and themselves and pay them bills. Yeah, we want to build the society on a different platform than just crime. Yeah, and corruption. You understand? Something have to done to Jamaica, man. Jamaica gone.
So
Shambles here.
you to go and them feel this. I mean, no, say Prime Minister. Well, look out for you coming up. As you coming up. Are we there the Titans? They are going to hold upon that because anything where we see them youth are come do, we know why you come tap and not, you know. You shouldn't even carry the I see go a quote because you said bad example for the youth them follow. Are you a cause this and Jones? You a cause this. Nearly $500 million. Then when you look, SSL put 143 million, 143,000, that's 21 million Jamaican. 21 million Jamaican, that's so. Then you have a next 90,000, like most US to send it up. When say, yes, when say, I mistake, them put it night, then have a next 700,000 US in our next account. When them
Jamaican.
it was a mistake, you know. I said,
Jamaican.
Eh?
What can go so? That's this one man here.
Prime Minister. Then I see you, them as Simon and you know. Yes, I say yes. We need to make a money to an and I think it's bad. Yeah, him can't come out and talk to the youth then. And for him step down him each up in that like him an acrobat. Each up like him in a Nancy, like a Nancy webinar, but him sit down and desecrate the Prime Minister, office of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Yeah? It's bad.
Very bad, man.
It's terrible. Eh? Not true, brother?
Yes, man. I think the man would have, you know, relief of him post from Friday evening. That was my initial, you know, taking in regards to him hearing in a court on that day.
Yes.
That them would have relieved him on duty.
Yes.
Iraq is from within him party.
Yes.
And I asked him to step down because, I mean, you can't have the party going into a general election with so many members under investigation. That don't look good for Jamaica democracy, you know. Because them people face not supposed to be on a poster a campaign, you know, and a pace up around the place, you know. A criminal them wanted. And I mean, them wanted for what? Theft. You understand? Them not different from the ghetto youth them. The ghetto youth them would have they behind bars. Them man have a relief for them posts and, you know, fling behind bars, man. Because this thing are going too long, you know. We can't have no mercy and no sympathy for no politician, you know. Because I remember them politicians are the well-paid politicians in the region, you know. No more politicians don't get for them salary, you know, my brother. Them man are supposed to do real government work. Them supposed to love them job and do it to the full capacity. You understand? Yes. But we see them serve themselves like say a canteen, them are working, you know. You see? Because when we are look on $3 trillion, when we are look on all the other rest of corruption, them that too much we are little island. We don't have nothing. We are borrow from the outside world. We are depend on the diaspora. So me don't know how them ride. Cause I can't the people in Jamaica. And the diaspora them are riding. You know. Then we are keep up the country, man. And them a chop out all of the seed them we sow. Everything we sow in the country, them reap it, you know. And them a reap it. That can't be the money supposed to be sent back. They're supposed to grow Jamaica.
Yes.
Along with the work with them a put in.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but Jamaica just dead like a tree stump. So the government is to be blamed, man. That's why we have the whole heap of crime. Because Christmas a come, the youth them not have nothing. Yeah. And what them want to use to capture the youth them as some look bushing work and some look road work. Yeah. I call them want use them thing there something for sure so them do something, you know. But road a priority when the government not supposed to run no campaign pan the road and water thing, you know.
True.
And they've been done with.
True.
You
And that's you know, you want to drop the PNP. PNP, let me tell you something. You might have candidates that say, well, you know, we're going to look for a road. Let me tell you this. It's a necessity. There is no way you have a government after 9 years, mash up the place, move the money away for repair the road, and then have the bulk of money now. Can still about money, you know. You say about 40 million US, same a bill park. That's a foolishness again. Them shouldn't allow him for about no more money. And then come and say, we are building the road, and then they want to use the road for run campaign. You can't run campaign for no road run there, mash up too much people, much people dead because they're negligent on the road. You can't run no campaign, no one nobody run no campaign about no road. Tell them to fix the road at Jamaica. Nobody. Because Andrew Wallace can't show nothing at all what him doing. You know. The last time I talk about St. Thomas Road, and when I'm saying that
fiber optic cable, man. And some big water, you know, channel.
Pipe and
water pipe.
Fiber optic cable.
Fiber optic cable.
Yes. Yeah?
And the rain come and expose him.
You understand? Because him should have fixed it. Him should have make sure the road them fix. Him said no money for fix them. And him stayed 9 years and not fix them. Man dropping in a Anjo patrol and in a Anjo hole and dead. Other people crashing and Anjo hole them and dead. It's a bus, Anjo hole them a bus one bag of car tire. My brother sent by 4 tire dust now and him been up in room and everything. Brand new. Much money for one tire. Much money. It been up. Then been up again. As they drive out of your yard, you know, you're dropping a 100 hole them when him set out there. You know. And then
stop dropping a hole till they reach where you go.
Yes. So as they come out of him hole, they drop back in it.
Yeah, man.
Yes. You see? This bad. Very bad.
Hey, that's why Andrew Wallace not fixing the road, you know, lonesome. Because what Andrew want to do is have road work for run leading up to election. Yeah? And I tell the people about road and water.
Yes.
But we don't want no campaign run pan them.
No, you can't do that. Yes.
No, them they are priority in our country. No politician, whether from PNP side or Labour right side, not supposed to talk about road and water. We want to hear about some investment where come at Jamaica. We want to hear what we plan on for the agriculture sector. We want to hear what plan on for the fisheries, even though that fall under agriculture. Yeah? But we want to know about some real thing now. We don't want to hear about no road and the water, you know. That's a necessity.
But brother, hear this. We don't want to hear from Andrew Onis and the millions them neither because you can't.
Then tell them. Your party not supposed to talk about no road and water.
Him not supposed to come out and come chat to me. You understand?
At time the road and water syndrome come out of the space of politics now. Them their priority. We have to have good road. And we have to have water. Water and staff alive is a must. So and road that way we used to commute through and through the country.
Yes.
Move goods and service. So we don't want no government come talk on the road and the water.
Because the man mash up, hey, the road, them can imagine him all run back in everything himself. Over 50 years, the man build a road for not even 5 months himself put on the road there. So remember a blueprint. And he mash up.
I know him alone. Guys them not carpet some over Portland and it turned up. Down at St. Elizabeth, now the same thing.
That mash up too.
Yeah. Down at GSC Hutchinson place there. Now the same thing we see are going.
Yes.
So, you know, we know sir, some standard road work the man them carry out there. Using the Chinese them. Yes. As a contractor. Them thing that for rub out. A Jamaican supposed to do them work there.
We
Yeah, we not work already. But now carrying Chinese to come do the work where the people and forget. So we also youth them out on the road in a them farmer altercation upon a Sunday afternoon. You understand? Because let me tell the government this. The more work you can find for your people, the better your economy grow, you know.
Yes.
It's easier to grow.
But the economy you grow.
You understand? And you can have Chinese when I spend back in the local economy.
They're going for it.
Out a big share of the money we allocate for work. I send it back to China.
Yes.
Yeah, I buy up the US dollar, the man, I send it back to China. That's why the money can't strengthen. Because there's demand for the US dollar. Chinese take a whole lot. So what Jamaica have now for trade with?
No,
Jamaica have nothing to trade with.
Right. Look on the people remember my careers would know. Like, look on this now. You see the police them go for the youth and to the Chinese and everything. Chinese are robbing every day now.
Every day.
Every day. You know what them do? I can show it. Everything with them carrying are fake goods, you know, people. I rob them, I rob you, you know. If a man I sell you shoes, or cosmetic, or anything at all, pharmaceuticals, and when you look all the aisle, for your car, and even cooking oil, the whole of it are fake. Even rice.
Curry.
I sell to your people and thief the money. That means I rob you straight.
Fake curry.
You know, lock him up.
Don't forget the curry.
Like this town, they go for the youth them and everything. Me understand because them are rob. But the Chinese are rob even more. 300 million.
Loan sum. Don't forget the fake curry, you know.
Lock them up or do not to them. You continue, make them continue doing what people them the same thing. Hey, I told her them have, you know. One of the poor and needy. And the other one, what them they use nothing at all against. I want to say, hey, turn a blind eye. Them have a law name, turn a blind eye. You went name? Turn a blind eye. For them a PSOJ and the Chinese and the politician. Like Andrew Woods, the government. It name turn a blind eye. You understand? It name turn, so, like, when you see what them are doing now, the Chinese, them come and them have 300 million that, hey, them all have dildo. Carry it and leave that to China. Dildo.
Them have all Mali.
Them have everything. Them carry Mali going to school and everything. And I know me not see them a lock up by the tons.
Fake curry.
Fake everything. Rice, curry. Them everything fake.
Rat infested flour sell.
Everything. I make me have it. I can show them.
And nobody no get charged.
Flour.
Yeah, sell rat infested flour and you know got jailhouse for that. That alone in itself is a charge.
Trash your brother. The oil, the engine oil, it's fake. It mash up your engine cars and it crash you.
I want to tell you something. Just give me a second alone. Some right now, Panorama, them send some people from UK to go into China to go uncover some tomato where them are grow there cheap labor. Yeah, big investigation that in Europe right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody no want them tomato, you know. But we can bet a whole heap right there Jamaica. That's why I see them tomato they are coming at Jamaica from China. Them are come from. Yeah, them no good.
So here our request. PWD we are request back in Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
So the parks and the market and the road take care of. And by the way, now Andrew in 2017 because them have the maintenance fund, you know, from 2002. Him repeal it.
Yeah.
And then put it as consolidated
fund.
Consolidated fund that them can chat that money.
Mix up everything together.
Yeah, so we don't know. So him just and then him not fix the place because we have it, him not fix the place. A matter of fact, some youth are down in a mobile. I tell him that's how I talk to, you know, the caretaker down there. Because Daddy Crab have to move, you know.
Him not serve no purpose, man. Man wearing a WikiLeaks. Oh, man wearing a WikiLeaks cable supposed to in a government.
Him to go away.
As Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security. You know, so that's a disgrace. A disgrace that.
It is a goddamn disgrace. Look on this.
Some chicken back want a better day. Hey, some chicken back 2 dear, you. Just like it's expensive.
People want to look, you know, this are down. And this are the same Dr. Crab area and everything too, you know. So I'm carried that one down there. Just listen what the youth them I say. That's why God not stop fire because hear what them I say. Yes, sir. Just listen good.
More than rice and chicken back once a better day. Rice and chicken back 2 dear you. Just like it's expensive. No problem. A $300 board for chicken back. Man, thing will be a need to develop. We need things. 13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brogan, I want thing more to tell them boss. When I run my business, I don't want to pay them tax like a Chinese them. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do, boss. I run my little business, I don't pay no tax like a Chinese. Me live now, then a Dr. Chang run up there and nothing up there.
I'm going to play back a little part because I don't want it miss, you know. Listen again.
Business, I don't pay no tax like a Chinese. Me live now, then a Dr. Chang run up there and nothing up there.
Him not do nothing up there. People them say them don't want to pay tax like the Chinese them. Listen.
The Chinese man is to defend them. They've been living for years. Only when election time it come around. Here. No. See Mr. Chang there. Mr. Chang, me live in paradise and know me. The place need police station and Uga. No.
Not my word. Not my word. So what them do now, them have this bag of road work where they mash up the road. And them say, right, you could do now with us announce some money. And we get to the people there. No road and no water. Nobody, I'm not talking about even mention it. All I want to know about carpet. Remember, you know, at the government, we are MP, Young can just represent for the road fix. And not she fix the road. At the minister, allocate the money and who for fix the road, fix it, and then you get the credit. Because you are bad fee. But another she fix it. Both fix him now fix nothing. And we don't want to hear about no road because them don't fix carpet and they wash already. We're done with that. We don't want to hear about no water because them full the place up here black tank. And it's earth, you have to clean the black tank then by the way, you know. It is secure, you know. In a Barbados, a matter of fact, me showed the other day, say it have to clean. It's earth, you know. Most people have a black tank, it never clean yet. It have to clean, I mean, I talk proper, you know. Yes? It have a sanitize, man. Yes? It have a pull and clean and then show you how you clean it and all kind of things. And you have to put bleach back in the water and all kind of thing because remember it does start, it's not running, you know. It's not running. See? You have it in the tank and trying to burn it and all kind of things. And you catch the place and put it a black tank. It favors some black rhino. It favors you open the ear and you look, you think of some rhino, you know. In your backyard and all kind of things. It's bad.
Andrew and Tough Tongue are increased cancer in Jamaica, man.
Yes.
And them objective that, you know. Because remember, you know, plastic carry chemical, you know.
Yes.
And when the chemical, you know, circulate itself in the water where you consume for your domestic use, where you expect it to happen. You got to have some disease that broke out in Jamaica. And where it comes from? The influx of black tank. You understand? So what was the feasibility study done upon these black tank as it related to a tropical country where very hot, where these plastic are going to melt and the residue from the plastic are going to contaminate the water.
Brother, if you are water,
we know well on the lonesome. We know them never carry out no feasibility study, you know. What them do them like, we just take up things from outside and can't come dump in Jamaica and give the people them, because the people them, you know, no cognizant to real life. Them thing they need to stop in Jamaica. Stop take the people them for fool down there. And stop take the people them for handout. You understand? The people them want real life in Jamaica now. A time for the people them get real life. Because the people them elect to represent them, you know, to make a change in them life. I don't know, do nothing, all you know do is change for no life. With whole heap of trillions, because no millions now, no stop at, you know. We're not going to raise the bar to trillions now. For no cabinet now with over 4 trillion. Because the man cover 3 trillion, but warm to the rest of them. Warm to the rest of them. Because remember, a whole heap of donor fund come at Jamaica, you know. In a pandemic, you know. We're gone, you know. Whole heap, you know.
Yes.
I remember money plus equipment like gloves and all them things that did come at Jamaica, and I remember I sell them, you know. Mask did come at Jamaica for give out free, you know. Nobody no get no free mask, you know. Me no no get mask from India. You understand? I want to get all vaccine and all them things there, you know. Yeah. Charge the people them. You know, hustle off what we want to get. So when we look on in front of we just a criminal garbage government when I have no love and care for the people them.
But on the lady, that's right. Who you address Ronya say, please stop telling my lies. Who you talking to, Ronya? That's right away, you know, so Ronya we not do that thing there, you know, so you have to just leave. Yes. Yeah, man. Outside, yeah? Yes. Ronya we not do that thing there, Ronya, yeah? So yeah, you have to go outside, yeah, man. Stay out there, yeah? Yes. Rona Andrew, the lie them we are talking about Andrew. Yeah. Andrew. And your name Delroy William. Put on the S pan. Are you a Delroy? Yeah. It sound like the name the one with the mayor don't sound like feather, don't it? Yeah? The Delroy Williams his name.
Yeah, Delroy Williams.
Then put William here, so yeah. You have to go outside. Go on, you say you know do that one, you say, yeah? You know do that one.
Like you know eat nothing in our Sunday, yeah, man. Like him hungry, man.
Yes.
And we make him hungry, you know. Andrew make you hungry down there, you know.
Yeah, man. And we not play with them around here.
Telephone around here, so for you, if that you come with, you know.
We just tell you something. So you see me put on my war fatigue. Now I'm putting me around here, you know. But you see me have my camouflage and my stay, so you know, so I think that this casco here. I said I'm there. Now play with me around here, so it's not fool kind of thing, you know. You see them kind of army thing, don't play with me, you know. All right. So me not that kind of mood then. Don't play with me around here. Yes.
Yeah, man, Andrew will have to shape up here now, man, and ship out, man. You know, can't have you at the face of the government.
True.
Boy, you're prime minister.
True,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
Prime minister, I be a crime you commit in our country.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know. Got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, man.
Government who are run Jamaica in Eric. Unnecessary people they must suffer. Unnecessary people they must suffer. Why cost of living is so hard? Why Bureau of Standards stop going to the supermarkets them and check out the prices? They want to have the high level of costs and the people to suffer. Where is all of these implementations? Are you there for the poor or are you there for their pockets? People are suffering. People are dying. Hungers are killing the youth. The youth turns to crime because there's low employment and low feasible funds to take care of their families. What are you doing to satisfy the needs of the people? The roads are in deplorable conditions and the water is so low that people have to be setting up standpipes and going back in the days where you have standpipe for people going for water. What are you doing to the country? What are you wicked people doing to the country? Don't you see that people's lives are in shambles and people are living way beyond sometimes that they shouldn't have been living? What are you doing to the country? Wicked government, look in yourself, because it seems like you have no moral etiquette about yourself that you can put forward to change people's life but make people's life worse. Wicked government, look in yourself. Don't you know God? You're going to go down in destruction because the eye water of the poor is upon you. I rest my skin to you, wicked government.
Good. Bless up. Bless up. Yeah, man. You see that? Yeah, man. People are feeling it, you know.
Oh, yeah, say, man.
And it's hard when you see Anjo, you gain so much, you know, 2020, you know. It makes something about him gain enough more. And then raise. The man not working, brother. The government not do no work in Jamaica. Can't tell you no money for do nothing at all, but yes, tell him go for 300%. No other, listen, no other government never do what him do. None. Zero. Forget 300%. Which other government just raise them thing and put 300% on it? Tell me one. Them a chopper. Them evil. And them say you look for not pay the government because, you know, when them go get money, them say this and that, and you not pay them. This bad. And then take the money. Them pay over $1 billion to collect that money, the 200%. When them know the amount of money them a chop. Them say money till them evil, you know.
But
mash up Jamaica.
Yeah, me reason something else, right, you know. As it relate to that $1 billion that where them say them pay to whoever them paid to approve of them getting that massive increase in salary rise. I don't think that should have cost $1 billion. That is another $1 billion where them a tell us and a show us say them chop. Or if you pay a man just say come up with whatever him a go come with for show or prove the word that uno nasty thinking that the politicians so don't forget that increase. $1 billion.
Yeah.
Then how much paper documents and last scripted him have to go through?
The sheet them get for $1 billion there now. Them just write out like them come to me and you and go just write it out and say yes, them
who are them people too?
Are them cronies?
Yeah, but we want know them.
We have to draw down upon them because that's
when Mark G come in, we have to draw down upon them people where they approve this salary increase for this sort of pay $1 billion.
Yes.
We recommend say politician forget that amount of pay if we do nothing in our country. We have come out of a pandemic. We owe trillions to the outside world. We have to depend on people funding, government funding from elsewhere to come hold up the economy. But them the criminal, I forget that. We want to know all them people.
Make we say something to the people them too. In the pandemic, remember say the hotel, may I come to you right now, yes sir, 1 minute here. You remember say the hotel them they closed down, you know. Everything closing. You remember say we have some people come off a ship and do and lose all our baby, them send our way back. Our Jamaican go way back in a Europe on the ship. And you lock down the place. Lock it down. Yes? But I come there, boy, they call them a rolling in a people, Bexing and Joe. Today's a day where you hear people call me. Me soon answer you, hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. Maybe just take a call. Yes, sir. Got you.
Yeah, man. Mr. Lonesome, one understand. You said this government is one of the wickedest government ever since me 55-year-old. Remember when back in days when Manley around, they had the food farm and the food farm that was in Buster Lane. They're supposed to build a factory in Buster Lane and they stopped it. The JLP government stopped that farm they're supposed to run in Buster Lane. A factory was supposed to be built in Buster Lane, right? I remember when the AMC truck them used to come around and buy farmers' goods. Mm-hmm. Now, when the farmer them do we plant our stuff. They import panels with fertilizer is $10,000 for one 20 by 14 fertilizer. $10,000 feet and they come in 50 pounds is $3,600 for the 50 pounds. From Millennium, I plant 5 tin of melon and get beaten. The rod, my Kali, my Alpha Ranga from Rada in Mandible came to my field and say, all right, you're going to help us with some more stuff. From the rain come lonesome. And I hear farmer, they get money for 700 million. They get to help the small farmer in South Manchester to St. Elizabeth. We don't get 1 cent. They give us their number, we call them Mr. Chin. The MP, Mr. Chin from South Manchester, is not answering the phone. Mr. Alvaranga, they're not answering the phone. And yet still, we can see other people who is not a farmer getting black drum and reselling them back. The farmers don't get nothing. Nothing. The road is a mess. From New Forest to down from the rainfall, there's a piece of road that the water cut into and go underneath and swell the concrete and swell the tar. That piece of road is still there until today. They know that coming from St. Jago to Pew's Hill, right around the corner, there's that road that Dickie, I think I've seen a picture of that road. Yes. There's a hole in the middle of the road now. It's gonna go like the Charlie Bridge sooner or later, and that was the main thoroughfare. That's where the the trucks them carry the good, they carry the people to Kingston. They have another stretch named Bustle Lane. It's a disgrace. You don't know where to put your stuff, where to put your car with it. I spent over 500,000 and can fronted parts already because of that road. That's where I have travelers to go to my farm. This is one of the wickedest government I ever seen in my whole entire life. You understand? They don't give nobody money. We want to know where those money go. That come from the farmers. Where the money went.
But me can say something to you. Him say when I get the money, you know. I may say them about chin. Me know what's a lie them are telling you. But him say when I get the money.
Nobody from down south to long they get no money. You see people who still have Chapali from Millennium.
And the government have also all them come back. Okay.
After that, a 3-month rain we get every crap. For now till right now, people driving out of melon. Where was the last set that have some melon that came through the last row of rain? After Millennium, it's 3 months of rain we get. No crap, not about this side now. People are just putting it. But no melon not going to be here until next year, about February, March. None. All of us get beaten. I sow half acre and sweet pepper and everything getting rubbed out from the rain because of too much rain. None of us getting help on this side.
So you not get help. So what them do, them give some people what them know say vote. And they can't win. Because when them go on and give some people when them claim a labor right and give them a little bag of feed and them thing, they think them they can't make up a vote, brother.
No farmer get no help, brother. I tell you the truth, no farmer. They give you the number when you call. You could have called from now till like in them come. Nobody will answer them.
Let me tell you something, though. Let me tell you something. Them a watch this, and then you chin answer. You don't even take nothing from him. You have to run him away. I do a fee money neither because them expect voting. So them a wait when it get closer now. Them a start answer them phone. We can't guarantee that. Yes.
Go back. And right now, MC in JNN, we're going to take a small farmer's loan. We have no surety where you can just get 500,000. That we have got to. And right now, the people are coming to see me feel one of these days are waiting on them. We don't get no help from RADA. None. We don't know what they do with the money for the small farmers.
Ball with Black Star. He always send him video to me, you know. Whatever, man. The man is serious, man. So you see me I talk to him and I just remember our thing them always vetted and thing. I want to yeah, man. He can tell you yes, man. I want to
We can go and talk, man. We can the same road I'm telling in front of the Black Factory. That's my classmate.
Yes.
Him running his business right here. And they try to fix it and throw some cement. They almost presume says that government when they cannot touch it.
Yes.
And right now that I mean see they control some one side. It's like the rain cut the road in two if you go down plowing. If you ever drive flow now see that side with the water to the road. They just go through a mile in one side and patch a little piece and left the other side. I wicked these people remember.
So Andrew can't run no election for no road and no water boy, you know. None. Right. So because warn him and tell him from now.
I'll show you what next thing we have to look out for. I see them start clean out all of the drain them. I have to hear how much billion they spend for drain cleaning. The first time drain like that when the water is to carry the country they track them. I see them cleaning them now. Right? I have to hear how much billion they spend. We need back Pony, we need back PWD as we said.
Of course.
Those engineers, when public works used to fix the road them. They used to, your man used to be in our district. Or 5 of them used to just fix the culvert, do the road them and can get paid to keep those culverts clean when water come out the road. Now, what they do, they use the tractor vita and level the road. That's the water sit on the road and there's no correct to carry water. So the water messed up at the road. So when PWD was building the road, they come and watch when the rain fall. And see where the water lacks. And then they come and list the road and cut a culvert here to take away the water. These people, they don't know what they're doing.
Them sick. See somebody, say Lions that tell me, say the tank, them mark right now. Them favor some black right now. In favor black right now. And the toughness we are talking about, you know. Them tank, you know, with this bag of big black tank. And then you have some people, let me tell you something, water carry weight. And you have some people that put it on them house stop. You know, house stop might have weak. You might have someone have this and some black pocket never cast. Be careful. Better stay a place someone have a pump and thing because if that, some people put out 2 and 3 where they might get pan them house stop. They have to be careful. Yes, where's the ball? They have to be careful.
This time this man do something, he tried to insult the people like say a film business around. It's not your business. In Jamaica, people vote you to run the country.
Yes.
He has something, he's so ignorant. I don't understand him. Would I didn't want nobody to talk? Where you can the Integrity Commission go to point because you have 28 bank account and you don't want to tell people where you get money from?
Mm-hmm.
But if I get a youth have money and can have his curb feel, they're gonna cut it down.
Yes.
But take the one money from the country and I don't look at a madness. And nobody of it talk Andrew, you know it's big like sweet pepper. You need to come out of this a full time now if you're going.
Yes. Let me ask you something. So you see the little Robin them were going on one thing. What I said with Andrew own is with same kind of behavior with him 473 million more we don't know where him get it from. Well, we just say we don't know. Right? What I say about film behavior and the youth them know where I look for $1 million or 500,000. Because you know where you're saying to that because Andrew on the road madly, you know. Andrew and the Prime Minister now with him 21% should not allow him to do them damage to the place still, you know.
I'm gonna say this, I know no people are gonna hear me. If you have a dog in your yard and you're not feeding, where you think that dog out? Do I have chicken inside the yard? Where you think out?
The man go road, go hunt.
No, I'm killing the chicken in your yard.
Yeah, your chicken you talk about. Okay, I'm gonna kill the chicken them. Yes, you're right. But him go hunt. So if him dead in your yard, him go somebody else's yard and people are come call them and put in a trouble because them go say him come over them yard, come buy it up and yam something to not true.
This man will cut to himself, man, for the big man, right? What about the court they would find? Oh, nobody know everything sweep under the rug.
Nobody gonna prison.
Nobody gonna prison.
Although them promise us so them and send them a prison. Not true lie.
Yeah, man.
The man that came from and the liar was in the liar office and get killed. Nobody talk about that. Everything sweep under the rug.
Because it was Angela liar.
Well, we too much from the education fund. He's there walking and laughing like it's something he proud of what he do. What about the municipalities in Mandeville, that 400 million that disappear? Where that go? They have a tendency for money disappear when them in office. How that?
And nobody do them nothing. So that will put them bring her back. Big man win mama cow. They bring her back. Put a little vote on the next one and then I'm proud of it. Yeah.
It's a disgrace, man. This GLP side is a disgrace. Trust me.
Yeah, man, we know that, man. It's bad, man. Anyway, I'm going to go and mash up the program here. So later, I say I call it that come in. Yeah? So later, you fam, respect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We hear them, man, they talk. Them, man, they talk, you know, because I'm telling you something. Them, man, yeah, solid. We hear them, man, they tell you some things, man. Enough thing, man. You know, remember, we have correspondents all over the place, you know. So here them man come we have eagle. We have an eagle, you know. Them say like my thing look like a hand grenade now and I say, what? You have the hand grenade. Yeah, me no one mood in the day, you know. Yes, man. Hey, you want to talk? You want to talk? Hold on, make it talk. Hold on, man. Hey, people them in the day, them really vex, you know. Yeah, man, go on talk there.
Andrew never knows say he would have get catch, you know.
Yes.
I mean now dynamics alone, so I pray for God move Andrew, you know. Andrew wicked. I pray and ask God to move him in a business, what shape and form you want to move him in, you know. But me say God move him. Him evil. Him wicked. When we look and see the road, when I drive on to them, I go out on the road. Mr. Lonesome, you want to come on the road and me lift pan. And some rotted pothole, you know. If you're tired dropping at them, they are
okay, you have it. Yeah, you get a link though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
man. Wicked man. And he must pay the penalty. I want him pay the penalty. May I ask God to move Andrew. Me no business what one shape or form because him too evil. All right, sir.
All right. Okay. Cool. Andrew, you're watching your minions, them always watch we and we are the Titans on us so. When you know, when them see them face pop up in a byron, them know how worried, you know. So when them see them face around you, so they must say see them, then they just see them.
Big up yourself.
That's up, my brother.
Right.
But me I like it just I go and hold it down, you know, because you know where I said, you know, make him come back because we have to do the breaking news. But me I got ask you something same time Byron before Allan log in. I'm supposed to log in now. All right.
Okay.
To the amount of money, them youth are saying, you know, one of them say a college him go, and one of them say them have them data. You think Andrew a good role model for them youth? If them see so much money at shop, what we expect from them youth when them hungry and all kind of little things, what happen? If you have a prime minister now set no example for nobody at the market, the IC gonna quote 400 million in a brother. Roll it off for 500 million, that is $500 million. Then him wife have a next 800 million apartment, and that is just one. That alone gone over how much money, you know. Yes? Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Yes,
man.
Yes,
right.
brother.
Welcome.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes, man. A lot of people about in our wait for you, so you know. Yeah, the whole crew there.
Good man.
So, yeah, man. Nice to have you.
Nice.
Yes.
I mean, happy to be here, you know. This is the premier platform.
Yes, man.
And so it's a pleasure to share on this premier platform.
Yes, man. It's a must. It's a must. Nice. Lovely. All right. So Allan Bernard, the first thing we want you to do, a lot of people in the diaspora watch us, you know. And in Jamaica too, all over the place. But you know, the first thing we are doing, because you know the people them down your side I know you, but we don't like you introduce yourself to, you know, the wider world and make them know, you know, who is Allan Bernard.
I think it's a question I like to answer with a very simple answer. Allan is a good youth. And I've always said that, you know. Allan Bernard is a good youth. But again, you know, beyond being a good youth, there are certain kind of roles and functions where you might play within the People's National Party, and just broadly speaking. So I am the People's National Party candidate for Northwest St. James. And I'm looking forward to contest an election and to represent the people. I spent a lot of time in the party doing some work, but I also work outside the party. I am a part of the University of West Indies space, and I'm one of those researchers in the Center for Entrepreneurship Thinking and Practice. I'm also an adjunct lecturer in the Department of Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work. A lot of years I have spent it on the University of the West Indies in various research and teaching capacities. But at a particular juncture, I would have stepped off and did a lot of work in the development space. Spent a number of years working for the United States Agency for International Development and consulting for many of the other donor partners in Jamaica and in the region, the EU, IDB, Department for International Development, UK aid as it was then, and I mean most of the donor agencies, you know, civil society organizations as well, given the work that I would have done in the development space. So a lot of civil society organizations would have engaged to help them to design and roll out programs, you know, programs geared primarily towards the development of Jamaica. Also do some work with many other state entities, ministries, agencies, and departments. So a lot of the work I've been doing substantively is in the academy, research and teaching, but I've also been a part of the development space as a consultant, developing programs, monitoring and evaluating programs, and contributing to a number of reports, both locally, regionally, and internationally. So that is who I am as a person, as a good youth. I pride myself to be a part of an intellectual academic space, but I'm more of a person that is in the trenches, in the streets, in the grassroots, working to develop those spaces, because that is really what it is, you know. We're trying to make the lives of people, the quality of the lives that people live, we're trying to make that better. You know, overall, I think Jamaica is a blessed country, and for it to not be, you know, accruing all those benefits, You know, we have to be doing something about that. So that is who Allan Bernard is, and I could say in a nutshell, a lot we could talk about, but I think we need another episode.
Oh. Make us say something to you right here and then, you know, because just the introduction, you know, people right away with us. I get the election for we, you know. Some of you people may just talk to Una right now. Una get a real MP right now. Una get a real MP. No two way about it. Yeah, just the introduction alone, people. And I mean, I joke, a lot of people from down your side, them talk to me too, you know. But me, I tell them get a real MP because them have an MP there for how long now? Like a quarter century?
Oh, no. 22 years. 22 years.
In performance down there with the people then because it don't look nice. I'm going to play a clip before you tell me that. I'm going to play a clip and I'm going to make you tell me that. I'm going to play this clip. I have to play a clip right here. Watch this clip.
Want a better deal. Hey, some chicken back 2 dear, you. Just like it's expensive. No problem. A $300 pound for chicken back. Man thing will be a need to develop. We need things. 13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brogan, I want thing I want to tell them about. Before I run my business, I don't want to pay them tax like the China them. That's all. That's all I want to do, boss. I run my little business and I pay no tax like the China. Me live on now, then a doctor can run up there and nothing up there.
You just play about a little part where him same live and who run up there in the the crowd.
Me live on now, then a doctor can run up there and nothing up there. It's China, my little independent. I've been living for years. Only when election time it come around. Here. No. See Mr. Chang there. Mr. Chang, me live in paradise and know me. The place need police station at Uga. No.
This is a goddamn disgrace too. Because, you know, the people them come out now and them attack, them get brave up now and them come and speak out. So you're saying on this now because them say, no, do nothing there. What your eyes behold up there?
Plenty things in that clip, you know. I mean, I recall when that clip came out. And there are levels to it, as we would say out here, you know, many things. But I think just put it in a broader context, if I may. We're talking about a constituency with almost 38,000 people, almost 38,000, a lot of people that.
Yes, voters, the one registered to vote.
No, those are 38, that the population registered to vote is like 31,000.
Whoa.
So call it registered voter around that. The total population around close enough to 38,000. And so you have it's a balanced kind of constituency, gender, female balance, but you have 2/3 of the population is adult, you know, people over the age of 18. Is a constituency in terms of geography. You're talking about communities you may hear now. You have the flankers, you have parts of Salt Spring, parts of Glendevon, Paradise, Albion. You also have that hip strip area, a tourism area, and a small part of the town. You know, and then you have going back up to the Iron Shore, Carl Gardens, Rosal. So it's a sizable constituency in terms of geographic space and its population, and it's quite diverse and it's quite mixed. You know, the issues what you will find in the inner city communities, them carry a particular flavor, and not only a particular flavor, but you can find that the genesis of some of these concerns are, and I use this term quite loose now, man-made, you know, and by man I mean leadership has a lot to do with how those spaces are organized. And I agree with the youngster who in the video and his utterances, because he live in a particular kind of way, under a particular kind of leadership, and nothing has come from that kind of leadership to say that him life go look better. You know, 22 years, a lot of years to be in a space and haven't figured out how to ensure that the quality of the life that the people live better, especially your younger population, who we all know is going to be the future, or them go probably be your most productive sector. And if them not see no hope in it, you know we're in problems. So essentially, we looking at a space that has been, it's a lot of the inner city spaces within the constituency have not gotten any better. They have not gotten any better. And just to look at a space like a Norway, which is the biggest community, and what the young man would have been talking about, we've not seen any development, we've not seen any infrastructure like we really contribute meaningfully. Look at a simple, I mean, I think that basic right, like water. I mean, it's a community that half, if not 3/4 of the community is challenged with water, basic community. And you're talking about a member of parliament that was once in charge of that ministry that ought to be bringing, water to the people. And we know this saying, passing spoon of Christian pit in the first, don't it? We don't understand if you were a minister of water and you still spend so much years in that ministry and not figure out or they even try in a very earnest way if you bring water to an urban space like that. It's a travesty. I wouldn't even start to talk about the infrastructure we call road, because you know that state. And most of these spaces in the initial stages never get a proper road surface. So so the damage that is brought on by all the elements to even worse. The kind of housing solutions. Just look around. When you see the primary concerns that many of these youngsters have, I'm going to say it because of the big elephant in the room, is that a basic prerequisite for any sustainable development is that we have to have a safe and secure environment. We know that the eye is very in touch with what is happening. I know I know how Mobile have been running for a number of years now. We can say almost 25 years. This is what Mobile is, a space where you don't feel as if you're safe. The levels of insecurity that plague these communities. It's phenomenal. And if you don't have that kind of sense of safety, feeling secure, it impacts almost everything else. And there's no concerted move. In fact, I come in using some of the analysis that I bring from my academic experience. I always say, and will continue to say, that this Northwest St. James space and all these communities that we consider to be inner city is really traumatized. I use that word deliberately. A traumatized space. And it is just how the man them build a kind of order. And probably a pun is intended in that word, them build a kind of order and keep the communities them in a state that is traumatized, brother. And we can have some side conversation some other time and I can explain some of those things to you. But the truth of the matter is, because the level of trauma being experienced in terms of how the space is insecure and organized in that way, you find that not much else is taking place. And that is the travesty that you them face. And so when you hear those calls for don't now go and do something, I think at the root of it, is really them want to get out of that kind of order, that kind of regime that really not offer them nothing more than to keep them at bay. Politically, we argue, we talk about having people participating in the governance space and the governance processes. They have excluded them and put them on the margins, put them on the fringe, and set up a system that seems to be impenetrable if you really want to be a part of the space, and that a part of the trauma that was created under this kind of leadership. So you'll see that not much else is happening in the space, and so everybody has either line up or just on the fringes, just literally suffering.
So you hear a couple more the question where them are fling out to Andrew and him, because them say them not sleep with them window and them door open and no. These are part-time promises because they make so much. Andrew promise, Andrew make promises like him a Santa Claus, He just go around and promise. He's a con man, and we have to talk the truth, Right by one and like.
Yeah, definitely.
But and he just go around and them feel him can use it back in a 2024 or 2025 election coming up.
One of the interesting things that you're saying it, because again, in the space, and if you were watching the conference, the JLP's conference, and every member of the team have the audacity to tell the people, having been there for like 8 years, going into 9 years,
Yes.
So this term is their term. So then the two previous was whose.
So, because of something, you know. So the first two term, them chop it.
Okay.
So no, them come and say, hey, it coming like it's a, you know, it's a gang thing around that. Me I say, hey, it's a partner draw. Yeah, something. Them I say, hey, we get them two and there now. Or I want them here now. Yes, because I say a prime minister first we ever see this in history around 473 million to 3 book and carry the IC to court. And that kick out because them not gonna go with it. I can't believe this. So if him not set the example right, number one, them should have fired him, you know. In party should have fired him, but all of them are the same thing. You're saying on that. All of them are the same thing to us, you know, but you're saying on that.
I guess the issue with the party has the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party has this tendency of being autocratic and believe that he is above, you know, the law, the same laws that him promote and set. And you know him have a track record of taking himself, meaning taking the government and the country to court, taking the institutions that were set up to really preserve democratic systems in this country, take them to court, and him constantly losing them. And you have the list, you know, and this is another one that he's taking. But this, for me, in my understanding of this, is really in his mind, and him alone know if mind work, in his mind, it's a politically strategic move to really buy some time or even muzzle some organizations from continuing to really educate the people about what it is that he's doing. So I think that in of itself should be condemned, you know, to be using the system because you know how to use it. Not because you genuinely think, but because you know you can, you know, use it to either get some more time to figure out what you want to figure out, or really put some pressure on your freedom of expressing yourself, your opinion on a particular topic. And that is what he has done with a number of these. And like all the ones before, he's going to lose this one, you know, because again, the systems were put in place, serve a purpose, and we have come a far way. I'm not going to say that all these organizations that we have set up them work the way we want them, but them doing them best. And we have to ensure that they move to gut them, to undermine them, to discredit them, that those things must stop, man. That those things must stop. And again, it's challenging for his party to see anything or him to even trying to advance a process in his party, because as you rightly said, all of them have each other's file.
Yes. I mean, look at this video, and just listen to him as keenly, and then they're ask us something else. Look at this.
Of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
So you can't believe that clip? No, man. You can believe that? You can believe that? You can believe this?
And that is just one in hundreds. You know, from day one, he has said things about how he will move about to preserve our democratic institutions. Him talk about term limits. You know, him talk about a whole host of things that he would have done in his first 100 days of his first term, all of which was to preserve the democratic process. And he's the same person and I'm happy that we have social media, so we can always play them back so people can see them. And again, the tendencies that he displayed are worrying. When you can have that being said in one breath and then you say the total opposite without feeling as if you have done anything at all that is wrong, you know, that is concern. You can't just go back on your word as if it wasn't said. And you can't even provide any kind of contextual explanation as to why your position would have changed. You just get up and change it, you know, and expect that we are not going to try and hold you to your word. As a matter of fact, I doubt his word is much in the context of how he presents himself. So again, the people will have to decide. And I think the people are way ahead of the politics at this time. The people are way ahead of the politics. The people have recognized that these kind of actions, regardless of what he might come and he might send his spin doctors, the people are way ahead of the politics. And I'm trusting and hoping and trusting that when the time comes for the people to make a decision to say, time come for change, people time come now, they will make that decision. I have all the confidence in the Jamaican public to make such a decision.
Yes, I'm going to ask you one more thing, and then I'll turn you over to one of my co-hosts. All right, Andrew Onis came out with all these kind of things, right? And it's the next thing we might try to do right now. Him start push, because you remember we have election coming up. Them have to call election before September. Like September, they deadline for them call election. And him know that. And him know him not standing right there. Right? Him had the 28th bank account man, Yes. Yes. And him had the $500 million man too, because I nearly $500 million we just run it off. So nobody know, yes, we not look at him, we not look at him with them foolishness. But when start draw and now, as a government, in 2017, them did have them they put in something that 202 where them use repair the road, right? Them have funds to us, maintain the road.
Road maintenance fund.
And Andrew Onis go and remove it.
Right.
In repeal it in 2017. Put the money in a consolidated fund and then the money disappear.
Right.
And him come now, it's him talk to some school kids early on in the year. No funds for road, no funds for school, no funds for nothing, and him do it for pay down debt. Him tell them that. And him come now and apologize to people. But tell me what he want to know. He want to use road and water for run election, and we not allow that. Because the government should deal with road and water. Him couldn't for 9 years, because February met 9. So we just count it off for 9, run it off. 9 years. You move that funds. You know, fix no road. The water we promise on no road, and now we want to use this money. We have a spark program and run, and we not allow him to do that. Because him can't show one thing we do for 9 years, more than the 300%, and doing nothing. Just PR. You're taking it. Because we're not making use the road,
So I'm going to repeat a point I made earlier, because it goes to, in my mind, the art of what I just put forward.
Yes.
The people, and again, the Jamaican people, I have confidence in Jamaican people at this moment, are ahead of the politics. If you recall, during the local government election season, they came with the same ploy. It's an old, worn-out ploy where you use road works in particular, or any kind of public works to get support. And they came with it during the local government election season. People flatly refused it. They flatly refused it. And showed them in the local government election where we won the popular vote, as well as, based on the arrangements, we won the election.
Yes.
So let me give you a more recent example as why I believe the Jamaican people is ahead of this kind of politics. You would have known about the recent by-elections in Inantown and St. Thomas.
Yes.
Now, I was there with the PNP in Inantown, on the campaign trail, working the ground. The party was working the ground. The party was talking to people, encouraging the people to vote for change. Encouraging people to support the PNP, support Mark Gold, and support your candidate. We were in the field. The JLP were also in the field. But what were they doing? They were there with the goodies, truckloads of material, in there. Look at the results. They didn't take it. They didn't vote for that. They didn't vote for plywood. They didn't vote for a sheet of zinc. Look at the Inantown result. Remember, the Inantown result is like a marker for the next election, and both parties know it. We went in, the People's National Party went into Inantown and St. Thomas. We went in to talk to the people, to listen to the people, to explain to the people why the People's National Party is the best choice. To explain to the people why Mark Golding, your next prime minister, is your best choice. Why your candidate running for the council is your best choice. And the people listen to us. We talk to them. The JLP came, and they came with goodies. The people refused them flatly. And you see the results. We won both those local government elections that we contested, by elections that is. And I'm saying I have confidence in Jamaican people. This will not work. As you rightly say, this is what your government is supposed to do. Your government is supposed to fix your road.
True.
Your government will provide these amenities. It's like you have a father go walk around and tell everybody saying take care and pitney.
I'm sending you to school.
I you fit do that.
Myself. I them to send me to school.
Exactly. And that's one thing, the people, and I've seen it. I'm out there in the field every day. And the people, I am now in Northwest St. James. In fact, I've spent the entire day, incidentally, the entire day today in Norwood. And I've been doing activities, talking, interacting. And all the people are saying, no, we want to see you become our next member of parliament because we know, based on your track record and how you interact with us, that this is not what you're about. You're not about this. You're not just here to secure a vote. You're here because you're genuinely interested in the people. That is what I think will make the difference. You know, the people will, I know the people are ahead of this kind of politics. You can't buy them. The challenge, and I go back to your first question or the first conversation that we start off with. The challenge is that the trauma that the people in Northwest suffering, it's still there. And that might be the hurdle. That trauma, them having an appreciation of a kind of order, kind of regime that in some warped kind of way coerce them, force them to act in a particular manner. That is what we have to be working out now with the people, to make them know that, listen, that is not how you ought to be living. You are pretty much existing, you're not living in a system like this. And the only way to get rid of that system is to put in place people who do not support those kind of a regime. People who genuinely want to engage you and get you involved in the process. People who genuinely want to transform the communities, people who genuinely want to improve the quality of your life, especially the most vulnerable among us. They have not been seen or hearing that. This term, I'm going to say it to you without fear or favor, this term about government badness is real, and that's the kind of thing the people them feel. When they hear PNP is power to the people. When they hear JLP is shower and rain the fall. I think I rain the fall when they man there say shower. But when you hear the PNP, you're hearing power. It's power to the people. That is what people are demanding now. They want to take control of them space. They want to take control of them life. And that is what I'm there. I'm out there with them, explaining to them, encouraging them, convincing them that it's now time for you to use that voice. Don't vote with your feet any longer. Don't walk away, don't run away. Come out. Come do what you need to do. As we say in our streets, just do the right.
Good. Great. Right. I'm going to make one more. My co-host talk to you. Jalide.
Yeah. Welcome to the program.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Allan Bernard, good to have you here interacting in the space. I would just like to ask a fundamental question, as it relates, because I know you will be the chosen candidate for the people of Northwest St. James. No two ways about that. I'm endorsing that tonight.
Really,
I would like to ask you, what is your vision in terms of ground infrastructure as it relates to employment for the people of your constituency when you become elected?
So we know that the economy as it is now, it now grow no more because we can't be really and truly depending on certain sectors. And the sectors, the trickling down economy not working. So the plans that are afoot is to broaden the local base of the economy. Follow me now, because a lot of times, a lot of people think that is a pie in the sky dream. but we're thinking about broadening the base of the economy. And we're broadening the base of the economy in 3 areas. And I'm saying this because we have done it before and we see it work. So let me start with the one that is most popular in the news, the tourism sector. I, as an MP for Northwest St. James, will have a sizable piece of the tourist belt. Yes? Now, the broadening the economy using tourism pretty much means you have to have the authentic products being offered from the space of the community. You have to be intertwining that, not with the sand, sun, and beach, because I tell you the truth, I love Jamaica sand, sun, and beach, but I don't think Jamaica is the best sand, sun, and beach. And I really don't think tourists come to Jamaica for the sand, sun, and beach. Other things come for Jamaica for that Jamaicanness, that culture. Yes? And I'm going to be just saying this here because I think it through somewhere. A big part of that culture is one, all of we know it, is the music. 2, knows a Rastafari. But 3 is herbs. This whole push about medicinal marijuana, of course, medicine comes from marijuana, but recreational herbs is really what most of our visitors them come to enjoy. So once you get the basic requisites to make the place safe, then you start broaden the base of the economy. So the tourists don't engage in hotels no more, but they engage in communities. And again, we can sit down and talk about that sector alone. But that tourism sector, the base has to be broadened. We look at some studies abroad. There are 2 things tourists want, 2 things. And they might sound simple, but I'm telling you, tourists want Wi-Fi because they want to be connected, and they want a proper bathroom. That's all. And the tourists will sit anywhere, eat, drink, interact, sleep in a touch, but they want Wi-Fi to keep connected, and they want a proper bathroom. That's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. But those who are engaging the tourism sector only see it in increasing number of rooms and building these big fancy buildings that we can't full. So in order to full them, you embark on a product that really bring the money for the workers. They need to work in that million rooms. So that's a part of broadening the base of the economy. The second aspect of broadening the base of the economy, and this one now is a kind of an integrated, it's the creatives. It's the creatives. It's the music, it's the food, it's just the vibe of the Jamaican. Right? You have to build those products so the tourists can people can come to Jamaica just to just participate in the creative spaces that we have here now. That is a big part of it. Our party leader in the last 2 budget presentations, but the only person in the budget make that very, very clear how him go focus on the creative industry. Big part-time presentation. So that again is another avenue, and the creative space is wide, very, very wide. And again, it is the real man on the ground that create these things, the dances, the music, the songs, everything that creative space. We don't tap into it yet. We, the People's National Party, put in place a shadow minister for culture and the creative industry. Not no Ministry of Culture, Gender, Youth, no, too much. You can't bulk up something. You have to have something more focused specifically on this big, massive, untapped space. Untapped space. And then the third one now, and this all of we know, at a very basic level, my brother, we have to feed ourselves or we doom. Urban agriculture, which is what I personally am a part of, is big. Again, the first time I tell a man that I'm in a farm and him look at my finger them, and he finger them clean, me I say, yeah. You have a dip in the dirt to do farming. Farming comes a whole heap of different ways. And I use the term to a female. I say, listen, I want to make farming sexy. So you can know and can come in it. Again, urban farm. We have a farm in Rockfort. If you know Rockfort, Warwick is hillside and mountain. And we build a 5-acre farm and that in a Rockfort urban space. Massive abattoir, cold storage, biodigester for animal feces, turning up with a methane gas. All of these things we do. Community people do it. You do it. And if I tell the story how that farm come about, you would have amazed. Phenomenal farm now. employ the youth from the community and giving back. So it creates another, I mean, that's more than one value. It's not the economic value, social value. And all of that, Virgin, you know that the base is the use of technology. Now, again, it might sound like it way up the sky, but it's not, because everything that I've said to you, we have, as a development practitioner, doing this thing for almost 20 years, a development practitioner from a youth, we have done these things. So we can carry, go show you how it happened. What we have lacked in the past is there's nobody with the political will to put the energy behind grassroots movements in a very serious way. Because them feel like the grassroots movements, we're not active participants, we're just passive recipients. Let's give them something, man, and they marry. No, man, we don't want something where, man. We want to have the same kind of access. We want to be a part of that enabling environment so we can stop hustle and become real entrepreneurs. And that, I'm telling you, is quite possible. And when I look at Northwest St. James, all these elements that I just described are right here in Northwest St. James. In Flower Hill have land, can farm anything. You know? So you talk about farm, it's right there. And Flower Hill is like 5 minutes away from the city, 10 minutes away from the city. So it's not, you're not going to we out, could do nothing. It's right there. So you're still in night town and you're farming because land did it. You know, I mean, one of the most creative kind of space I might come to. If you come in Flanker, we used to have an event that is held every Friday night. And when that event is what close out the entertainment space in Montego Bay, because when every entertainment facility closed down, everybody come a Flanker, come spend the rest. I mean, everybody make money. And them come just to enjoy the interactions, the food, the dance, the music, the vibes. You know, the herbs on the street are still just the same. And I want you to know that it was Mark Gold who pioneered the piece of legislation that decriminalized marijuana now. And we're going much further with the Cannabis License Authority. We go revamp them thing and come again because we want the ordinary folk, the man, we got prison and in them, the same father with 30 years to ganja. Then the man, if you have benefit, I don't man that come here just come because they have money and the man them they, you know, give them life, weed now benefit from it. Yeah,
because you know
things there, about changing things there. So every single thing we just outlined to you about getting the tourism base in the community, broadening the economy through the creatives, urban agriculture, and at the base of that we infuse the technology because we're moving further into the 21st century. You know, that is quite possible simply because we have done it before. And so I know it's a long way to respond to your question, my brother, but that's the plan. And I'm afraid to say them, I'm not hide no plan for nobody. Because
I like your vision. Because your vision will incorporate the local community to be a part of the tourism sector where some of that money can be generated within the local community to provide an infrastructure base going forward.
Yes,
you know, so I like the vision that you outlined. People need experience at Jamaica when they come to Jamaica rather than being all inclusive, which this regime seems to be doing. They and the hierarchies that control the hotel sector. They are all about all inclusive, and the visitor is not experiencing Jamaica because when you shut out the local community that is around these hotel complex, then you're not selling Jamaica. You're selling just the building and the hotel facility.
Last week Saturday, a couple of youth from now come to me. Listen, last week Saturday, Garvey Square in a section now. Nice area where it is our Garvey Emlyn tourists come take picture. Garvey Square, we call that area now. And them come and them say, Allan, listen, we need to have a night out. I would say, we know the situation as them are Zozo in now. We talk to the police say, okay, work with the youth them. And we keep a night out, my brother. I mean, I tell you, the amount of people turn up and everybody come put out them thing and do them vending. So the economy a turn just right now, like a 5-6 hour event. Everybody benefit. And the fact of the matter is that once you can continue to make the dollar germinate at the community level, you get a lot more before it departs. Because ultimately the dollar will depart, but the dollar can circulate at least through 10 hands before it leaves that space. That is how you start to see the place transform. That is how you start to see the results of a working economy. You know, and that is where we're going. Like I said, it is not difficult. It needs those who have not only vision, but the political will to put the trust and confidence behind these organizations we call CBOs. I can tell you that in the debates, the local government debate, I had the opportunity to debate for the People's National Party. And when I was on the platform debating, and I make the point 2 times that at the local government level, we need to stop systematically excluding people from the process. The people on the JLP team laugh after me. I'm sorry I never sent that clip come here. And I said,
to show them.
I said, Bridget, we're not laughing every time mention citizen participation and engage. We're not laugh because we know that we have a vested interest in keeping people out of the process. Because once you keep people out of the process, you can't do anything you want to do, you know. But when people is a part of the process, then they are more active and them wholly accountable. Them demand what they need to get. And them know that when you are doing your job, they have a pat up your back. That is why we elect you. And not go on like say a free work and I do not get paid. You know? So you don't go tell me you fix road. That's how we put in that thing for do.
Good.
Yeah, well, taxpayer money, you know, and dip your hand in your pocket and go fix the pothole. You know, we pay you. And that's the kind of thing I was explaining to them when them shut down in the local councils, or them call the local public accounts committee, who should be overseeing the spending. They don't want to give them something there. They're not into accountability and transparency. The man them literally laugh at me in public for asking for better governance. That is the kind of thing we have to get rid of. That's what I talk to people about. That's what people want. They want to be a part of them space. They want to engage the space. They understand the importance of the body politic, not politicking. You know, but they understand what this process is and how it is that they have to be a part of it for them to benefit. But these guys keep them out. And because they keep them out, that is why the system still it is. So again, the plans for the constituency, and I am not here saying we're coming up with nothing that is new or particularly startling. But as I tell you that we know these things, so let's do them. We know the evidence is there, the data is there. Let's do them. Let's do them for the people. That is all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Well said, man. Yeah, I yield to another panel of, you know.
Well, so Kyron, before you even start, I could just say one little thing to Allan. So Allan, I'm going to go back for it. And yes, and Dale, where did I farm there? I'm a bedroom, you know.
Don't do with that.
No, I'm a good man. I'm a place, you know. The whole place, I'm a place. So somebody said me I smile, so I feel nice. And then the next thing again now, music, our tale. So we can't tell about that. So you're right 100% again. If you look back on my thing, you see from Tootsie Bird, John Noel, Gregory is at the wall of it. Can you remember my move with everybody?
Yes, man.
So we are remember we travel the world too. So we are taught this, so we give a thumbs up for these things. Because we are telling these things can run and we can add on to it. So yeah, man. But yes, you're 100. And about not far-fetching, a reality. It moves across the globe. Same thing we are talking about. My virgin them around this man.
Yes, man. No, we need to leave one away. You know. We need to
that's up, man.
Yeah, man. Oh,
yes, yeah, man. Thumbs up, man. Yes, Byron.
All right. Yes, Allan, of course, you are no stranger, right? And I will say this categorically clear that no doubt, right, you are one of the best, right, political mind amongst the People's National Party hierarchy, or arsenal, if I should say. Now, having said that, you are vying for Member of Parliament for the Northwest St. James region. However, Allan, St. James as we know it, because you made mention earlier as it relates to safety and security. But St. James as we know it, right, particularly as it relates to the Minister of National Security, right, under his tenure, we have seen, right, a consistency, right, as it relates to St. James holding, right, that sort of vicious cycle and cycle to be, you understand, the highest murder rate in the country, not just, you know, in the country. And so then your constituency is of concern. In extension, St. James is of concern. In extension, the entire Jamaica is concerned when it comes to safety and security. Now, before I ask you the question that I want to ask you, I want to show you the statistics to confirm in terms of what I'm saying. And when I sent you the Jamaica Constabulary Force statistics, so I want to show Wayne as it relates to, you know, show Allan as it relates to his constituency, St. James in general, right? That the history showing that St. James, right, has been bearing along with the highest murder rate, right, under the tenure of Horace Chang. And yet, you are going to be, you know, the member of parliament for Northwest St. James. And I want to ask you a question, but prior to that, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Right? And I want you to see it for yourself.
You can see by your size up more.
Can you increase the font?
I'm familiar with the statistics, you know. I'm familiar with it.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay. So then, just for people, we want also people to see it as well. Can you increase the font to 200? Increase the font to about 200.
I'll go over the thing very wide. So it'll go, I have to move it from left to right. Let me just try to do that. See, look better?
Okay.
St. James. Yeah, I forgot to do it from left to right.
Yeah, so basically, Wayne, read out the total as it relates to St. James.
Right, so St. James, let me say this, 2023.
Yes.
St. James 176. And there's this a murder.
Yes.
Murder 2020 and 2024, them say 120. So them say by them will show you some percentage right there. So we can follow them say shooting 104 2023 and then 104 2024 same way.
Yes.
Person injured 84, but it run so them say 100. Although even if anybody pass off out of the 100, them nobody count it as murder because of that. Andrew do some generalship and the police force right now, right?
Okay.
Them hide some things. Okay. And rape, it was 21, but now 2024, 25 gone already. Yes. And the year on it. So rape gone up there, so the the injury gone up there, so.
Right. So yeah. You take that away, Wayne. You can take that away. We just want to show the evidence that the St. James, right, is the leading parish.
Yes.
As it relates to number 3. Let us say that. Right? You're now going to occupy the space and be sure that you're going to be the member of parliament based on what we have seen on your activeness and your energy, where you are active, right, doing the work. The incumbent MP is missing. So let us say that clear. Right? We have seen you all over the constituency, right, doing a lot of work, and the incumbent government, the incumbent MP, right, is missing. So that goes to where you are concerned as it relates to representational politics. Now, let me ask you, as it relates to that constituency and St. James that you are going to be very active in, what are the plans that you have, right, to definitely change the trajectory of St. James being the highest murder rate and the parish that carrying that record? What are the plans you have to change that trajectory?
Right. So we start out by understanding really root causes that critical. And I tell you why root causes are critical. So if you look at the number of years where we have the enhanced security measures, as it's called, you know, those zones of special operations. They use the state of emergency as a routine tool to try and respond to this crime situation. None of that in any substantive way is addressing some of those root causes. One of my colleagues in St. James from the Mount Salem Division, Councillor Kerry Thomas, went on an interview and he made a very, very succinct, very simple but profound point. And he's saying that a youngster now that is giving us trouble, that is 17, when we started using the state of emergencies to respond to the crime situation, that youngster was 10. Nothing from that engagement was targeting that 10-year-old to not become the 17-year-old that he became later and to be giving us this problem. Because not suspending people's rights, using enforcement mechanisms only, that doesn't carry it further than there, because you're always going to have a generation coming up, and if you're not responding to those causes. So a big part of the People's National Party plan is to ensure that that comprehensive program that start to address a lot of those root causes of violence in our society, those are implemented in a very organized and systematic way through existing institutions. Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Social Security, Ministry of Justice, they all have a role to play. And we had started that under the Unite for Change program, you have recalled that, but it was ended because the Unite for Change program used what we call a public health approach to properly, using the science, to properly diagnose and say, okay, here are some of the things that really go make a youth who is 10 now, if you don't address it, become quote unquote somebody who is uncontrollable 7 years from now. So with all the state emergencies, with all the SOEs, with all the ZOZOs, you're still not feeling safe. Yes, you have a lull, because when you flood a place with the security force, of course, criminals are going to back off a little and the figures might go down. But what's interesting is that even when you have the figures reducing somewhat, people are still unsafe. People still feel insecure. So it's not about the numbers going down. It's the kind of crime that are being committed and how people feel about going outside or interacting or leaving their spaces. That's critical to note. And again, just to make a comment on the figures, because I think we alluded to it earlier. So the figures that we have now in terms of the total numbers of murders to date, there are still approximately 200 that are classified as, they are still under investigation. These are, for example, they might find a body in a gully, but you have to do autopsy to know whether or not the person slipped and knocked them head or somebody, those have not been done yet. However, over the history has shown that close to 90% of that 200 is going to result in a wrongful killing or homicide. And so you can look to add at least 200 more to the numbers. Not even by the end of the year, because usually it's verified sometime in late January, mid-February. So the numbers are a little bit higher than what they see. So unlike you, Wayne, I wouldn't say the police, them cooking the figure. I am saying that, because of the processes and the autopsies take long and so on, you have a number that they have not made a final decision on what was the cause of it. But we have now roughly maybe close to 200 that are still not yet classified as homicide.
Because one thing to you though, because you have a police lady there, I call her second-hand smoke, Lindsay, and the police talk to me. I thought police in America say yes. When she get catch the last time with some numbers, she say, she just like 80 and it go around there. So we know Andrew Onis have the force right now, and we talk straight up.
Yeah.
Him appoint and turn the police force now, commissioner class, turn it in a yo-yo, a Fanjonis. The cliques, a Fanjonis. So we know what they might do for just make him look good. Because the year before, in 2024, the end of the year, right, them did come up and say it's 1,492 or somewhere there pass off. Now them want to classify something and them want to compare it now. Them come back here now and I say, it's 1,511, but and them want to compare. So them keep what they want to keep and them not add it because they want them to look good. Because one reason why they want to do this, Porsche seems similar 4 years. She go as low as 2013, 1,005. When I watch, no Zozo, no state of emergency, nothing like that. Not them big funds are spent. The highest when I watches was 1,208. And your lowest per film watch 2018, it was 1,287. That sound like 79 more so last. Per film lowest, higher than fear highest. Per fear watch.
Right.
And she never spend this money. So it get him paranoid. And by the way, him have the third highest murder rate 2017 per film watch.
Right.
1,647. Bruce Colin have the highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica 2009 with 1,683. Right? And then him and Bruce Colin about like 4th, 5th, 6th with him 3 murder rate and things. So him a try polish it off now. So we are holding to account.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So again, just to go back to so in addition to dealing with those root causes.
Yes.
Now, me saying addressing root causes does not say that we are not in support of ensuring that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is properly trained, properly equipped, and most importantly, is upholding the highest levels of human rights when enforcing the law. We are going to ensure that, but that by itself cannot bring about the kind of reductions that we need over time, and it cannot bring about that feeling of safety and security by itself. It needs to be complemented with the other side. And you would have known from the utterances of the present Minister of National Security, Horace Shang, that he thinks there is no place for social interventions. He thinks there is no place to address those important root causes. He's totally against them. He said they don't work. And then just recently, I heard him saying that he's expanding the Zozos because he wants more time to implement social programs. The same, I mean, they were just pathologically mendacious gentlemen. Just a couple of months ago, he brought the entire social services or the social program platform in disarray by coming out and saying they are useless. And now he's using that to justify extending the Zozos because he wants to do more social intervention. I can't believe these people. They don't.
I'm sorry again to interrupt, but is election,
Yes.
Just election gapping because remember vote count because Andrew Onis came out the other day and he said one more thing where it bother me, Byron and Allan and like Andrew said 18-year-old he might put them on part. Not to get work for them, This is the same man. Him say it. We have it. Put them on.
But you would have heard, the craft vendor in St. Ando when him saying go give them.
I play that.
And just say, listen, man, we don't want no and Virgin go fix up the place and get tour bus in and make them feel yourself. That and again, as with my earlier point, Virgin, the people ahead of this kind of politics, we know that. I mean, we know my Jamaican people, man. I have no doubt, man. And we have gone through some things, we are ahead of that now. You can't come with them. You know that little stunt them pull about 18,000 and remember it? At the same, them can't play them card upon people again. And it was so refreshing to hear this craft vendor. And she was not speaking from any political platform, She said, you can't take with a fool no more. What is this you're talking about? $20,000. Come fix up the craft. We are paying with fees. Come fix it up. Come ensure, say, the inbound stores them not selling craft. Bring some tour bus them. That's where tour bus used to go to buy craft before the thing change and everybody buy craft from inbound store. I grew up in a Montego Bay and we have a space we call City Center. I remember City Center. City Center was where you had the inbound place. They sell like jewelry and diamonds and those things. If a person want craft and anything authentic Jamaican, them go to the craft market. No, the craft market get nothing. And you go tell the woman, say, I give her $20,000. That's a disrespect. So it was very refreshing. So I get you and I agree with you. These platitudes and political platforms, I tell you, I know my Jamaican people, they're not working. Someone know what else is going to come because them can't come. You just say it a while ago, Sir Byron. In the street, me not seeing the other man, him not walking. I hear him walking at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. I don't know. That's what I heard. You know, I don't know who walk at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning, but that's when I hear them walking. But again, them not, because them can't face the people, them can't talk to the people. People ain't nothing from them. Because them know, say, yeah, come back with your bag of Sam 5, man. No more mockers and phrases. The people them not skylarking. No more that them not into. And again, as I said earlier, and I am confident in this because I've seen it twice now. I've seen it in the local government election, and I saw it in and Town by-election. The people are ahead of this type of politics.
All right. Allan, I want to ask you another question, right? Now, the issue of corruption is extremely, a sin, a virus that is clogging the economic lungs of our country. Now, we are indebted in terms of our national debtors, $2.3 trillion. However, we have seen, as it relates to monies that are not able to be accounted for, in totality of $3 trillion that surpass our national debt, right? Now, you are going to be the member of parliament, and of course, you're going to be a legislator, and of course, your vote matters. I am asking you now, as a result of the level of corruption that permeated right through Jamaica, it is important to add an extra layer of protection. We want a service, right, that is going to definitely, right, balance justice for the people, particularly when they are taxpayers are not getting the benefit. We have seen that. Now, having said that, we have been suffering because of lack of legislations. We have to wait until a general election to remove, right, a member of parliament, if that member of parliament being morally bankrupt, ethically bankrupt, right, corrupted as it relates to nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery. I am asking you, the opportunity will be given as it relates to an impeachment bill. What is your position on an impeachment bill to add an extra layer of protection?
So the party leader would have outlined this clearly, that one of the things that is going to ensure happens is a strengthening of our democratic process and a strengthening of all our democratic institutions, particularly the ones that uphold the highest levels of accountability and integrity. He would have also made mention of tabling legislations that deal with impeachment. Now, in my other life as a researcher in the university, we would have studied and looked at a whole host of options in this regard. And there are options that might fit the Jamaican context to ensure that the elector doesn't need to wait until a general election before they have a say in the success or failure of their elected representative. For me personally, that is a debate that I hope to actively participate in, because again, it is a process that is needed. That whole impeachment and recall, those are two principles that exist elsewhere, have never been tried in Jamaica. And consideration, I think it's time for consideration to be given. The legislative process and the debates that go into that will determine what the final product will look like. But ultimately, what the final product has to be a system that strengthens our democratic process and really put back the power in the hands of the people to make that determination if and when they see it fit. One of the challenges I want to add, though, that I would have seen in other jurisdictions is really and truly a weaponizing or a politicizing of that process. And if we do not put safeguards in place to ensure that those do not happen, then it can be counterproductive. But certainly at the macro level, all the processes and systems and institutions that we have now or that we need to have in place to ensure that our governance systems are protected, especially when it comes to accountability and integrity, we will. And I look forward to play a part in those debates and those conversations, because ultimately, like I said, that is what needs to happen. People needs to get back to the center of them politics. And these two processes give people an opportunity. And I really believe that if people have this opportunity, politicians will do better. They'll do better. I really believe so, that they'll do better. So I am looking forward to having those debates and being a part of that conversation.
All right. Let me ask you one more question, because I think I can fling any question on you, because you have the capacity, you have the ability, right? And you have the tenacity, you understand, to stand and answer us in a very positive way. Now, Section 53, subsection 3 of the Integrity Commission Act, known as the Muslin Clause, right? And so then suppressed, right, the Integrity Commission investigators in terms of their investigation, that they are not to speak on any matter until such matter proceeded to the Parliament and same has been tabled. Right. Now, are you going to be trod on a policy for more transparency, accountability, right? That Section 53, subsection 3, should be removed, should be amended, right, to have better transparency, right, as it relates to the public. And one more question in that. Let me squeeze in one more question. And also, would you be lobby, right, so the Integrity Commission investigators, right, as an entity can have the prosecutorial power where they don't have to depend on the DPP to provide that prosecutorial power?
So let me take the last one first. And this is not only idiosyncratic to the IC in terms of having to apply to the DPP for what they call as we tell them call it, to go ahead of prosecution. I think these are one of the checks and the balances. So too, the clause that you call the Muslin clause. I don't know if I would have shared this with you before or even shared it publicly, but I was at the front of this Integrity Commission before it got anywhere, and worked when Ken Pantry did the first study of how to bring these three anti-corruption agencies together to make them into one body. It was a hot debate. The debate was heated, and as the process unfolded, when it went to Parliament and it was being debated at the Joint Select Committees, etc., a lot of trade-offs were made. I think these 2 points that you would have made would have been a part of that trade-off process to get the bill through. People will add those. And again, coming out of, because the Contractor General's office was one of those offices that came to bring about the IC, the Integrity Commission. And if you recall, the Contractor General, previous Contractor General, who is now a part of the IC, he used to use the media a lot to publish a lot of report and call people's name, and not much happened after that. But in the debate, the legislators thought that it was unfair to the persons being named without charged. And so it was a hot debate, and that was part of the trade-off. Now, what is important, and this goes now to the heart of your question, is that while the bill went through with those clauses, the bill comes up for review. And all of those who are part of that discussion and who are expected to be a part of the discussion in terms of the review knows very well that when we accepted, or when it was accepted, we knew that these would have been problematic. But when it comes up for review, they are right there on the top of the agenda item to be discussed. So I am in my understanding of the Internal Commission, given all of what is happening now about, secrecy and Muslim, etc., I think this will go back to debate. I'm sensing though that you're going to have the opposition to it, because they're saying that innocent until proven guilty. A report was not.
If we have one law in Jamaica, I'm politician, you can't ask them out, because I feel if you are the chief servant of the country, or these people, they must serve the country, you're supposed to work on even a thinner line.
Yes.
You're supposed to work that people can look upon you and say, hey, the road model this, look model for this one, and go hold them accountable. It can't be that because you come from ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Every Wednesday, I wanted Wednesday, you call out the people them name.
Right.
Interest. And you don't think about them, it mash them up, them never get no work or not. But you know a politician. Nobody must call the name. I can tell you something, in the United States or anywhere else, when they investigate you, them put you, whether Donald Trump or who them are, put you up. Like me, I tell you.
Totally, and that is why it's going to be at the top of the agenda. But I was just hastening to say that you still have those in there who don't want to object. But the question coming back now is that, again, I am looking forward to these conversations and this debate, because the evidence has shown that these do not contribute to a stronger democratic process. In fact, it weakens it, one might argue. Once you have any kind of shroud of secrecy, it kind of weakens it. It undermines the trust and the confidence you might have in the organization. Mind you, that debate must still ensure that persons are not wrongly,
What I'm saying to you, right? If somebody even call the name and then, let you off because that, and remember them, I do them investigation and everything, them wrong the youth them all the time. Them send to prison. Missy people come out of prison, I get out of prison 40, 50 years, you don't do nothing. But yet them lock you up wrongly and them just dash with the key.
So what we are saying,
but it can't to a politician.
What we are saying is that must stop as well.
It must stop as
well. You can't be treating the body count. You must stop as well. And again, that's
politician them name for call, because let me tell you something. So when them name call, me and you are politician, me and you, Byron, we are politician. And we know say if we put one in the cookie jar and when we look, we have 3 bank book with 473. Remember that? Play my little role lesson. 473 million around to it. And we name a call, we are afraid for to do something. Yeah. But if you know, say you have a Muslim business and you know, I say and carry them a court, then what happen? We can't have people. Them shouldn't even know politics.
It is a deterrent. But so that will come up, and those 2 items, and I'm convinced that even though you might have opposition in there, I think because of what we have seen over the first life of the Internal Commission, I think the arguments to remove those clauses are even stronger.
All right. Let me just ask you the final question, and let heal back to the panel. All right. We are speaking of to strengthen our democratic process, right? Now, we have seen a situation as it relates to the Constitution, and where the DPP, right, has ultimate power as it relates to begin a case, and the DPP, right, can discontinue a case. Now, when I look on that bit of law there, it gives absolute power to the DPP without any checks and balance. Now, I am asking, as it relates to where you have a DPP that may be potentially biased or be biased politically. Sorry, I'm saying potentially biased, but politically biased. And where it seems like a DPP would prefer to make judgment that suit the preference of a political party. Are we now see it fit to go back and visit that law and amend that law in saying where we can add now to that law that the DPP, right, can, right, conclude a case based on its merit, because that is what is missing.
Well, there are two things you're saying there, and I think it's a constitutional matter, obviously, because you have to go back and make some serious adjustment to the Constitution to what I'm hearing from you is to reduce the power of the DPP. But I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing you're talking about the Constitution a lot, but I'm also talking about the politics. If you're thinking that, if one is thinking that the DPP is politically biased. Now, is those things hold on,
Allan. Let me set it straight. Hold on, let me set it straight for you. Hold on, let me set it straight for you. I am saying the law that exists as it is. Right? It can give an advantage to a DPP to be politically biased. And yet, if a DPP rule on a case, you understand, to discontinue the case as a result of his or her political biasness, you understand, we need something definitely where that DPP can be held accountable.
I hear what I'm saying. What you're alleging, these are not the easiest things to prove. And so to say, if you're going to use a single incident of them being politically biased, you're going to have a struggle. You're going to have a struggle to prove that. But if you're going to if you're going to look at, we do not want the DPP to have the supreme power for whatever reason, including potentially, then it's a constitutional matter.
That's what I'm saying. That's part of what I'm saying.
The example that you're using for them, I mean, I get where you're going. You have to try and eliminate all biases, political, family, friend, whatever the bias might be. But if the point about political bias is very, very challenging to say, okay, it's on this basis that I think we have to come better than that. But yes, there are voices out there calling for a revisiting, and I hasten to say, and I hope that this doesn't put me into trouble, but those voices were not as loud before the former DPP. So, I'll be curious as to what is happening there and why the voices have become so loud with the former DPP. But those are some important questions that we talk about, and there's a constitutional reform process going on, so that will come up ultimately. I have a 9:30 hard drop. It's now 4 minutes. I really want to say one more thing before I have to go. In addition to thanking all of you for the opportunity to share some of my thoughts on the political process, there's an important element to media, and I want to say this, that important element to media that you guys bring. We're happy, well, I am happy, and I know the public is happy that we have now been liberated from status quo or traditional media sources and are now getting information really real time, but hearing the information, seeing it packaged in a particular way that allows us to be able to literally touch it. I find the liberation of the media spaces and the news media spaces in particular, very, very refreshing, and is really I think has been contributing tremendously to the overall democracy and governance process. Access to information is one of the cornerstones of any modern democracy. And I think, you guys have been doing a lot of work in that regard. And I like how you do it, especially Byron. Byron is somebody who is afraid to tell us, here's the evidence, that is what is needed. It's not just veranda talk or lip service. Research is being done, your years of understanding the space. Mr. Wayne, I know you're from the entertainment space. I know you tell me that you have a family from Rockford. Yeah, it's I wanted to say that before I depart. And I'm looking forward, I'm putting in the work. I'm working hard. I'm not going to relent. We are going to liberate Northwest St. James. And I am confident that the people are ahead of this politics and will vote for change. If time come, people can come. Time to change.
I just make you read this. Just come in.
Oh, my thing is very small. So I read it.
PNP full of bright minds. The people love you, Allan.
Yes, the People's National Party is an intellectual party. And
Allan, let me just say this to the entire Jamaica, because trust me, not only that you are speaking in terms of representation, you're actually doing the work, right? And you have been busy. When I said Allan is extremely busy in his constituency, even the other day I was saying, right? I mean, so what happened to the incumbent?
No one know about him.
Exactly, because
him the other day, brother, say we shoot the youth, the man don't care them in hospital. You have to kill them. You kill them.
Crazy.
You can't be a deputy prime minister. We can't travel. Yeah, we can't travel because them look cannot travel. That's impossible, you know.
That's a whole other story, you know.
That's a
trouble.
Permanent secretary. What kind of secretary you mean? Permanent party secretary, right?
General secretary.
General secretary party.
The prime minister.
All of these things, and them can't travel neither, and that's the worst thing, you know. When the prime minister gone out, the prime minister can't say them going away.
Like I said earlier, this is the final statement. We say power, a people power. When you manage to shower and a rain the fall.
No shower.
And a rain the fall.
No, the last time they shower, you know.
Allan, I know. I just want to make one final little suggestion, you know.
Yes.
Because I know we touch on a lot of, points, but one area that we didn't address was for the young kids them growing up. I just want to find out if you will, incorporate any form of social, recreational activities for them, like playing fields and stuff like that, because that's where we have to nip it in the body.
When I leave the platform, please show every single thing that we said. Today, we cut a football field.
Yes, man.
All right.
And so that is based on the platform.
Yeah, man. That is all over the constituency. I can vote for that. All over the constituency.
Yeah, man. I love that. I love the energy we are here put in, and I know the people are going to gravitate to it. Because the people want to change,
I have that confidence.
Longing for the change.
People are way ahead of stupid politics.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. Of course. And no more handout.
No more handout.
Yes. I want to ask the last thing. I'm going to talk to Marky and everybody, You see that flyover helicopter thing there, we need some serious auditing, when the PNP come in, in power, Of course.
It will happen.
All right.
Give thanks to Bridget. Respect again.
Respect. Yeah, man. Respect. Blessing, my brother.
Right. Looking forward to see you again, sir.
Yes, man.
No, cool. Yes, man. We still have today. I'm going to blaze 2 more fire. Because, when the series you run yourself, fire, when the car fire brigade can't out this, can't out it. Yeah, man, that's, let me tell you people, if you look out, Allan Bernard, that's the MP for North West St. James after this election coming up.
All right.
No 2 ways about it.
Boy, it's one thing I have to say, Marky G assemble a fine team.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
very fine team. So far, all members them that we, interact with throughout the interview session are bright-minded people.
Of course.
Speak eloquent and speak with a calm voice, not an authoritative voice like when we hear come from over them side of the world. So I know Marky G diligently doing work, man. And we have to applaud Marky G for a fine assemblance of candidates going forward in the general election 2025. And this is what Jamaica need to see. People with good moral background as it relates to them CV.
Yes.
And people with, vision as it relates to moving Jamaica forward.
Okay.
So once again, enough respect.
We can play this too, because some morals, right? Morals. And I'm going to play this. It's a JP MP right now. She don't try face the liquor self with Marky G. But here I know, you're the MP of people. You can't believe
people
this.
stick up to blood that conference. Kenza said nobody never jump off of this bus, panning in that bus for lunch money. Nobody can collect nobody lunch money.
So your advice, listen.
Everybody have to collect their own money. So she assured definite say, yo, nothing no bandul, no ratting can go on, nothing can go on. You ever see man deal with all this ratting no go on, man? How comfortable this go on? Eh? In a heavy MP, man go to one tunnel and get one little sitting different. The same MP
Let me stop that little bit. You hear him say, in the whole of the jail PNP, them, you know, you go to a tunnel and get something. The whole of them buy vote. The whole, he just say it, and them I get the money.
Come to blood clot, everything personal, brother. Nothing can rat, not even $1.
Hear this.
So no man no come and say, yo, the man they go and piss to give me money. Him have to do the present to get him money. No man can jump off of this bus and jump on a bus to go call it again like that. Nothing like that, he say. Can't send any text to.
Yes, Pego. I'm very happy that you have been seeing the messages in the groups, and I'm very serious about that. Nothing is wrong with having a very fair system. Any man who wants something extra, or if he's in a problem, him can always come, like you have come, and many others have come, and they may put a case. But when we have hundreds of people going to conference, we can't have a situation where one man collect 5 lunch money, and at the end of conference you have some supporters who dead for hungry, not even a buckle of water them no get. In the same way with the Christmas work, I have so many labor rights today who tell me thanks, because them used to people going in their envelope and take out what them feel like, take out it. But now when them open up their envelope and some of them see them $4,000 and they $5,000, the first year when I change it up, people call and ask if them give back $1,000 to somebody, because they used to people that scam them. So you see the system that I want to run.
So she run a system and she admit it, and the police don't call her or lock her up or do nothing. Them you call MP. Continue.
This MP want to run. I'm not going to run any system where one labor right rob another labor right or scam another labor right. I run a system where if I have somebody in a situation and they need extra help, come ask for the extra help. But don't take $1 from another labor right. Yes. So I admit that is the system that I'm running. One that is fair and one that is organized. Not one where some labor right are dead for hungry and some labor right belly full till it come through their nose. Thank you. Have a good day.
It's so bad, you know. This is a goddamn disgrace. You have an MP sit down and remember, you know, just admit it. For doing a buy and I spend money 4 or 5 grand when them get this and I run system. I only see when I say the PNP and JLP do the same thing. Nah. Them to stop it.
But just listen.
Like a car out. If you have impeachment for them thing too, you know, she get impeached, you know. I run by two, you know. And you want to know where she get the money from to buy the vote or buy the movement for 4 and 5 grand. You have to know. You understand?
But Lonesome and Byron, you listen what she said? She said she run a system that is fair. And no labor right not supposed to rob from an labor right.
No, Jamaican she say.
But yes, but labor right. But what I'm saying in regard to our message, that system is not fair. Because everybody contribute to the tax levy in a Jamaica. And taxpayers' money shall use.
Yes.
And a squander amongst labor rights. So to the other people who are on labor right, where you use the money a squander amongst labor right for?
Well,
that is not a fair system. That is a corrupt system that we need to stamp out once and for all. And all these people that we have on video that we know have contributed to this dirty, corrupt practice, they must be investigated and charged because the videos are there to prove that they have been doing this type of garbage. Wherever they go, they use the taxpayers' money as if it has no value. but to just buy vote. The taxpayers' money is there to improve local infrastructure and the people in life, and to maintain a stability within the country financial budget. It cannot be used willy-nilly, as she proclaimed to be. Running a fair system, she need to go to prison.
No.
This is what I see green, fried green. But them stage here, people when I look up here, look on these, and they can compare to the PNP. When we look up here, filth, sure. Not even one human, bare filth. Some big load of filth, sure I say them can't compare. Mommy too, the one of them, just bare filth. Him so tired. I say I compare these people. See the people, them I say them look on them shadow cabinet. Them two out of man. And if a second time I hear him use this, I'm going to burn him with that, Because when I'm showing a Byron, them sick stomach.
Exactly.
But them a vampire where I suck the people in blood of Jamaica, man. Them shadow cabinet will be a vampire and where I suck out the people in blood of Jamaica,
Chairman, he might compare to the PNP, the shadow cabinet. So if him cabinet, he might compare the cabinet and I say, look on the shadow cabinet. The PNP, the people them over the PNP. If them can't compare, no.
Can't compare. Because one are real people and one are some set of vampire where I suck the people in blood. Or you have to compare real people with vampire.
Nah.
I remember Fried Green a piece of shit, Yes. Fried Green broke all protocol, For no movement, they are call on show up on the people in Jamaica, A garbage them that were for the behind bars and kick out of politics. So him right, here come compare. Because theme people them a vampire where suck out Jamaica people blood. Marky G people them are real eloquent, brilliant minded people them. People of integrity. People who don't look like them want to be scared of them. Me scared of vampire, So I never want to tell people over there, so. Because them a vampire.
Yes. Yes, Byron.
Yeah, when you have that lady came out and telling publicly in terms of the solicitation of votes, because that's exactly what it is, and wish, right, it is of course illegal. Now I know that the Prime Minister would have heard that, but this represents, right, what Andrew Holness administration is all about: corruption, admitting publicly as it relates to corruption. And here you have it in terms of a corrupted leader, right? He cannot discipline any member, right? Because each member of his party, particularly in his administration, right, know that Andrew Holness is corrupt.
Of course.
Right? Because when you looked at it, right, I watched you earlier when playing a clip where some guys went to rob a location.
Yes.
And being shot. And I want to say that thankful for the lives that being saved.
Yes.
Right. But when you see situations like that, right, you ask yourself a question. It's an irony now, right, in terms of an Andrew Holness,
yes,
who had the aim, right, of the government, leading a country, and himself under investigation as it relates to, right, illicit enrichment. Now, so when you have a leader, right, not setting the moral example, then why would you ask followers, right, to set a better standard than the leader? So it's an irony. That
makes sense.
Yeah, it's an irony in the sense that not only Andrew Holness, right, who definitely under the microscope of corruption, and we are not going to, let me say this, we are not going to try to be politically correct, right, here we are going to call a spade. Because we have seen where, as it relates to $3 trillion, right, that unaccounted for, right? And of course, professionally, people will tread lightly to say, well, all right, those are monies that unaccounted for. But when you dig into the facts, when you take a deep dive and you understand why those, that money has not been accounted for, it's a very basic, simple reason. And the basic, simple reason to the fact that, okay, many of, the government sectors, as it relates to the permanent secretaries, right, not reporting annually as it relates to their appropriation accounts, that would tell specifically what happened, right, in terms of expenditures. Now, when you have Andrew Holness administration and Andrew Holness, right, who said that, okay, I am going to give reason as to why, I am asking for 200 and 300% raise for my member of parliament, because the 200 and 300% will trigger or stimulate performance, right? And here we have it. Right? After the 200 and 300% raise, right? A situation that escalated from $1.7 trillion unaccounted for to here we have it. $3 trillion. You understand? After the Prime Minister stated that, 200 and 300% raise will trigger performance. And I will set performance matrix. Then let me ask the Prime Minister a question. If you're setting performance matrix, how the hell, you understand, the appropriation account, you understand, that represent different sectors, you understand, miss you? Because remember, the permanent secretaries, right, would also report, you understand, to the minister, right, responsible for that portfolio, right? The minister would report to the Minister of Finance, right? And the Minister of Finance would report to you. So then you tell us here and tighter. Tell us here and tighter, right? How, right, you put on performance matrix and you're not capturing these things. Andrew Holness, trust me, you're just a BS. You're just a BS. And you understand the level of corruption. You understand that, it is just unprecedented. And you need to go. You honestly need to go, because you're a virus in many Jamaicans' life. You're a living natural virus, 100% pure evil. This administration, Andrew Holness-led administration, is a criminal organization. And I yield back.
Yeah, I just want to, add a little bit more to what you just said in regards to these malpractices and mismanagement of Jamaican taxpayers' money. I always have to emphasize the word Jamaican taxpayers. Yeah? Because it is taxpayers who contribute all these money for these government officials to misappropriately use. But just look at one significant element that arises from when they were being awarded this high exorbitant amount of pay. And I'm going to make a comparison. Andrew Holness said that he pay $1 billion to people to ratify the claims of the increase. But I want if a man just do a little job like that, if it value more than a $800 million housing project development, I would think the housing project development should have carry more weight than a man just come in and draft up 5 sheets of information, 5 pages of information, and it add up to $1 billion Jamaican dollars. So that, we don't know what they mean putting at the report. But we just said, yeah, go to some increase, $1 billion. I would say a housing development project for 800 million. That cannot be true. Andrew Wallace need to come out and tell we who him give this $1 billion for to deal with this increase. We want to know that go.
Brother, no move there. So me have my brethren, I come from UK right now, you know. Yeah, me say me have some missed call from him, and me just answer him phone. Here this now, people. Me make him talk to me. Twin, what go on?
Yeah, man, me there, my brother. I hold it, you know.
Yeah, me say yeah, give me some missed call, but you just give me a little joke. Yes.
I must say, yesterday I see it, or the day before, that you were in Chiladi somewhere, like looking at some football, and you drop and lick your head, and you were unconscious, and then till them revive you back, and then you start. You know, so I've been calling you for that verify. I mean, no say that prayer room still.
Well, them people that tell them for go lay some egg, man. Them are egg like man. Me them for my life and them thing. Them people them go bury cow foot, man. Tell them, man. Anybody out there put it. Me know I had something with them put them for go just bury some cow foot. Me no Trelawney. You go for me from Trelawney, man. You know long me no go Trelawney. So me drop and lip me I do some football something and drop and lip me and unconscious and them thing there. Them want come near me when me in my vehicle and pose up like road and them say who drop and lick them head unconscious. Make a move from 0 to 100 side of them and them don't know. Them are eye like yeah, brother. Everything good otherwise though.
Yeah, man, we there are well, man, and that's the work, man.
Alright, that's enough, man. Me there, man, brother, me there, man. I'm good, man. Big up your brother for me too, you know, and big up the man them for
yeah, man,
yeah?
He just come in from Africa yesterday.
Okay, that's enough, man. Just big up the man them for me, yeah, brother?
Yeah, man,
alright, cool. Yeah, man, cool.
Keep on it to work, you know.
You know, so every day I go and knock it, you know. No, say nothing. We up.
Yeah,
Bless
man,
better, cool. Yeah, man. Tune them man they down in London, you know, and them man they saying that's how me get some miss call. I want me just to sub up and knock him back. Me I want that. I remember we there everywhere. Me there Trelawney about football and drop and lick my head. You say Andrew, anything like this are you will blame me now? Are you, cause you're a bubblegum man. Let me just tell you, cause you're minions. When them can't find nothing to do, them just get up and do it. Remember, just push you up. See ya. Sooner there, you know, always come with some foolishness. Always have some million come with foolishness. Then not nothing for come with it now. See him there? You understand? So you can make a little nasty mouth one round there, so. Other one here. And you Andrew, because pay them millionaire, the man power with you now. Pay them there, no brother. Eh?
But
So the man might do. Eh?
I mean, I could never believe, you know, people that really go to the length and breadth to place you in a Trelawney.
Yes.
I deal with football. Drop, lick your head back and unconscious.
Yes.
That will never happen about you. What can go so?
Eh? That Trelawney do football. You could have them all put me on football now, you know. Eh?
But this show the level of desperation, you know. We are reach them man there and show the power from the Titan that them even want to get rid of you. You understand? So when them send out that now, it's like your fans them now gone in a different element. After that.
Every day, so them know so I like.
But your fans them know which way to find you.
Still, you know, man, you know.
Yeah.
So you know,
your fans know if to find you, man. Your fans know if to find you, man.
Because
remember, I know lonesome. Lonesome, remember the people them not see you for half an hour them a call you, you know.
Yeah, that too, man. I'll put me on some place to put me all in a Trelawney.
I tell you. Man, them worried, man. The eat is on, man.
You know, say, Andrew, you have some people around your island, no people, some mammals, some sperm whales, and blue whale. Yes, my brother.
I want to speak on something tonight.
Yes.
You understand? I'm going to send you. Want to show. You understand the entire people who tune into us.
Yes.
The Jamaican Labour Party administration blocked me personally from going on their website. I don't know how them get, you understand, my information. I believe that somebody might be close to me, you understand, may give them my number. They blocked me personally, and I'm going to show you right now publicly. I'm going to show everybody who right, who tune in. Watch this way. Me go send something to Lied. And Lied, when we send it to you, you can open it. Right? Me go take a screenshot of how them block me. You understand? Because I want to show you.
And block it.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to send you something, Lied.
Yeah.
Me go try access the information and send it to you and you go see. I'm going to show you say block from my end. But when it goes to you, you are going to be able to open it. But me can't open it. I'm going to show you something.
All right.
All right. So I click on this. Right? Watch this. Let me screenshot it for show the public say, I am not lying. Why the government? They block me. No. Let me send it to Wayne. For Wayne, show the people them.
Yes, man. Send it.
Let me send it to you, Wayne.
Yeah,
For show the people them. You understand? As it relates to Andrew Wellness. You understand? Yeah, because we are giving them problem, you know.
Well.
Premier platform, man. Them afraid that way.
Let me send it to you, Wayne. You understand that you can show the people them.
Yeah.
All right, you have it. Put it up and show the people them.
All right, remember run it off.
You send it to me, Byron.
I'll send it to you now, and you go able to open it. Them think you're a fool, yourself.
Man, them terribly, man.
You understand? That's how petty this government is. You understand? Because we are dig up them fire.
Yeah, man.
You understand? So we know so them onto me, you know. So we are tell them publicly. You understand? So the Jamaica Labour Party government is onto me.
Terrible.
So let me just send it to you live.
Yeah.
And show you so you can open it. All right, now say. Okay.
Them are going and block some people. Somebody said them block out of the press too, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lied. Let me send it to you.
But the government is supposed to do that skill, you know. You see anything, remember anything for the government. Remember not for them thing.
Right. Me send it to you. Open it and show the people of Jamaica. Say you can open it and me can open it. You understand? So the Jamaica Labour Party government specifically targeting me. You understand? In terms of blocking me access.
Let's show them this. And this one.
I mean, if it's wrong.
You are doing it away there, I mean, I do it away there, brother.
So I put the information publicly, you know. I put all the information publicly.
But me do me just find the eagle in there and I sit on side.
All right, watch you know.
Look on this.
You will come up.
So you have been blocked.
Yeah.
Access integrity. Government JM. See there?
See there?
Yeah.
Government fire.
From online attacks. The action you just perform trigger security solution.
Yes, what I deal with.
There are several
led administration. So if he's
a certain word or phrase.
Exactly. If he's clean, why have to hide?
Come on, yeah.
If you're clean, why you have to hide? And why you block me?
Alright, so them block you. Yeah, them block you.
Well, it's only a matter of time before them get blocked.
Well,
and we have put them in a cell block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. All them type of illicit behavior where them are carry out. Stop, man. Stop, you know. Because access to information should be always privy to whoever seek it. There should be no block enough any individual as it relates to access to information. You understand? So let them carry on, man. Because, you know, they might get a block, you know. But it's a cell block.
So watch this now. Lied. Google Andrew Onless statutory declaration for 2021 and see if you don't get access to it. Google it. And send it to Wayne and show the people and say you have access, but yet you don't have access. Madness.
Okay.
So them trigger off and say you trigger off something so them block you.
You understand? And look at this again. You understand? Since I went on the jump portal, right, and expose the jump portal, you understand, in terms of get into, you understand, the contractors to find out the contractor as it relates to Cornwall Regional Hospital, you understand? They again, you understand, limit certain access to certain information again on the jump portal. What is the government hiding from?
I'm dangerous, you know, brother. I'm dangerous, man.
You tell me. Right? And yet they said we are the one who sold misinformation and disinformation.
And them are do it, not we. Them.
If that is the case, why you want to block anyone to access the information? Why you want to do that?
I bring it up and come up with this same way. And block it too.
Oh, them a target.
Yeah, block it.
Titan's blood.
Yeah, man. So
You
me not, but yeah, but me not try it now. Me fly the eagle. Titans are fly
them block it.
Me want, me get you, me good.
Yeah, we just launch the eagle down upon them.
The side of them and the eagle can teach side of them and them don't realize that the eagle.
Yeah, Megawatt said, I just access the information. Megawatt said,
yes.
How you can access it?
Them know who and who. Them know our allegiance, man.
Exactly. You
Them
understand?
knock off we around here, so you know.
Right.
Because we are going to bring it to the people, them.
Megawatt said, I just access the information. And yet, we can't access it. Just
We
look at
can't access it either. So all of we, them link together, you know.
Yeah, Titan and fire, you know. Titan and living fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them target we, man, and lock it off. Yeah, man. But as we say, you know, we have a block for them, man, a cell block, man. Because them can't get away, you know. At the end of the day, you know, them have to face the music. I keep telling them, you know, go and learn for dance, you know. Go and learn for dance. Because the corruption, we not go just slow it for just, you know.
All right, look at
walls
Sean. Here, Sean R said, I access the information too.
Yes, so
you know. So evidently, you understand, we are speaking the truth. You
Yeah,
understand?
them don't want we have it. But we're sending in the eagle. The eagle will go down.
This is a dictatorship government.
Dictatorship government. We know that long time. You know? But we have a thing when them provide access for deny we fly in the eagle. All we have to do is just fly in the eagle. That's that. So you still can't get where, you understand? All them a try, them still find themselves lacking to we same way. Because we're sending the eagle and the eagle now missing, you know. When it come, it grab it with claw and lift up, you know. Yeah.
The government
a dictatorship country.
The government is a scared. Trust me. The government.
You understand?
Criminal organization.
Criminal organization, man. No two ways about it, Byron. You understand? Criminal organization.
So, me I make them know say we know say them onto it. We not we know that. So no matter what you understand? We know. You understand? We are telling them that we fully aware that they are onto us. We know. You understand? Don't think that we are naive. You understand? And we 100% alert. So we can tell you that.
Yeah, man. Criminal organization, man. Who want to, you know, just remain at loose. You understand? Yeah, and we not going to allow it because, I mean, it's damaging to the people and the economy. We not mash up Jamaica as if we don't own Jamaica. Remember, we're not servant to the people in Jamaica. I'm not supposed to give the people them not chat when it come on to access to information. Everybody's supposed to privy to that. I ain't supposed to single out no individual or no group.
Just look
at we are doing Jonas.
You understand what I said? And that the government do.
Well, this song will open up more can I run to show the people themselves corrupt. Him always do things for himself down in the ground further than where him there, you know. Because when the man and minions them carry out them malpractice, yeah, it just show the wider world say he is corrupt and what we are talking around here is the truth and he's scared of us.
Then lie. Remember, you know, at the very same thing, look at what Darrell Vaz did. You understand to Mark
With Mark Golding.
Look at what Darrell Vaz did to Mark Golding. The government, yeah, trust me, the government is a cancer on the nation.
Bandulu government, man. And a real government. A bandulu government from day one, you know. Remember the man trick him way into politics, you know. Trick the people, them infiltrate their mind with banduluism and lies. You understand? And bring down a real government. And that's why when him going in PR was all over the shop, first 100 days, him not do nothing. All of them promise that. Nothing no come out of that. Yeah? Big energy company for come at Jamaica for reduce energy costs. Not like that. Prosperity. Nothing. We say austerity. Him same can't make people sleep. We do and window open. One man try it, him get dead. Nobody else will try it up after that. You understand? And him come. And when we see him do now, when no other administration ever do, him rip off the country. This is not a robbery, you know. Rip off Jamaica. Even the money we're coming for the people in a pandemic, the man rip it. This is goddamn shame on Jamaica and the Prime Minister, man. You understand? Because remember, you know, the name Jamaica have to mention. Because them can't just say Prime Minister, them have to say Prime Minister of Jamaica. Exactly. You understand? So him always a stay in Jamaica name with him criminal activity and the minions them him have around him. Yeah? And him feel like so well then him can just plow him way through society and wreak havoc on the society and nobody challenge him. The Titans is here to challenge you and your administration. Get it now your thick-head Andrew Holness. The Titans are here to hold you accountable. Because the Titan will not see the malpractice and turn a blind eye. The Titan will always be here to educate our people back home in Jamaica as to what your persona is. Your day-to-day function is all about corruption. Which Prime Minister have so much trucking in the world? You have Prime Minister and you have trucking company. You have 3 shell companies. No people you don't employ, but them run millions of dollars. You understand? Yeah. You have housing project between you and your wife. And when we look, 3 trillion gone from the Jamaica coffers. 3 trillion, you know. 12.02 billion missing under your office, and your office not do work. Your office is just a place where you're supposed to sit down and relax and just preside over all of the other rest of ministry, them, you know. Yeah? But when we look, 12.02 billion missing from your place. You understand? And everything what you do in a Jamaican terms, it not value millions again, it's billion. Even the redevelopment of Falmouth Market was $1 billion.
I'm lying. Let me show you something I shock you. Byron, I'm lying. I show you something I shock you. Remember the other day, the one that from Leaching, brother. When name? Wayne Chin. Run out and talk about, you know, give them benefit and government and them thing. Remember I'm the pan board government board, you know. So them say them out. Look here. You can believe this? When you look on this, people, I can do it tomorrow, you know. But look on this. I can show you something I can mash up on the head. Look on this. Like, you have me make read this, you know. Look here.
All right, should be top, my brother. Yeah, headline, the Jamaica Star, fueled by desire to spread Christmas cheers. Yeah, with its ever-growing clientele, a professional eater has decided to offer a month-long 2-for-1 special. Yeah? Read more. Scroll up there. Professional eater offers Christmas special. That's coming from the Star.
People turn dog now and dirty thinking, I want to bite you. That means I bite a pencil, my sharp pencil, you know, and I bite dick, you know. This piece of shit. Yeah? And but a man and woman, they say them Them are not professional eater. You see where Andrew make people are turning in Jamaica?
Professional eater.
And half a special. Professional eater. Nobody but
Man, I job if you have for the people them for Christmas, you goddamn stupid Prime Minister. You job if you have for the people of Jamaica.
Or if you have something named professional eater.
Well, Queenie and them all them man and Big Mama and all of them are and Fish Headless Abcock. The whole of them are professional eater, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, unbelievable, fam. Unbelievable.
You understand? Remember all young drunk cry eater too, you know.
Yeah, we heard that.
Remember all sperm whale eater, you know.
Yeah, the one of them are eater.
The whole of them are eater.
Professional eater.
They are professional eater.
You know, Jamaica, but this can't. This is the job where Andrew talk about. He gone on to 3 points something now. Are them job him attack?
Then you never see last week, last week them come out with prostituting. You forgot.
I know them see that, but this is a part of it. Professional eater.
So the way the man do, the man turn the whole of Jamaican society in a Saddam and Gomorrah.
Me can't believe this, and the paper really carry it.
Well, I'm glad them carry it. I'm glad them carry it because we are going in a Jamaica as it relates to who
let me tell you this.
I mash up Jamaica.
Hey, like, give me a piece of this. Yeah. People, let me just tell you this now. Hear this. My father said everybody for die with them own dreams. You see? Don't make nobody come in your yard. Me regret about my yard too. Don't make people come in your yard. Yes. No make nobody come in your yard because some of them, let me tell you this. Sometimes I'm not even I better you have garbage pan and throw rubbish in a more than make some people come in your yard. Don't make them come in because you have some people are professional eater, you don't know, you know. I'm mash up your knife and fork, you know, people and your cup, you know. Yeah? You have to have that put on one side, you know. When it's done, you know, you get rid of it at the same time, you know. You can't trust them. So you know you stay, just make them turn with them there. Right now, just live like the pandemic about you isolated same way in the wilderness. No make nobody come in your yard. Too much of them are professional eater, them for go, man. No man, it's serious, Byron.
This is how hey, let me tell you something, Lonesome and Byron. This just go to show say the government in Jamaica lost them head and lost the whole dimension of what governance is. Then you're something you're not supposed to put out professional eater.
Professional trade, man. But me never know say so when you eat food, you eat so you're not professional, you know.
No, you know, look like when you eat real food, you're professional. Somebody want to ask Andrew what kind of menu this them a serve up.
Professional eater, but on a food you eat.
And a food.
Eater. Everybody have to eat for survive, you know. Eat them food, you know. My food have to cooking and have to pepper and salt to and go up on fire, you know, people. Yes. And my food, I'm African peel, you know. Out of them skin, you know. You have orange and banana and me not eat me that. Yes. Then, and pineapple and them thing there. Me know the foolishness. You can't put this in a paper about professional eater around here. Not like, hey, listen, a band me I put it's a straight body now. Listen now, we don't have nobody in my yard, you know, that's your yard here. Hey, nobody. Eh?
Governmental asset moral, man.
Eh?
Governmental asset moral.
Gone.
I be a mad people in Andrew Holness cabinet, you know.
Survival.
Be a mad people in Andrew Holness cabinet.
But look at them. Who said them are the girls? Them? I don't mean to say, you know. Who said them are bubble gum? And what people do, them eat bubble gum. So we are eat more professional eater now and just say the girls, them bubble gum. See me? The girls, them bubble gum. Eh?
You know, this why me I tell you, say, are the three most craniest individual never see for a long time. Them cranny body, no man. All Andrew them bang belly.
Hey,
when you look, you see Queenie with film to lens them drop down. The way you look around there, so young drunker look like rat nyam out the whole of film front teeth. The film teeth them contract leptospirosis. Yeah. And I notice one of film lens I show too. Hey, one of the most fictitious element of cartoon I have ever seen. The man them look cranny, you know. The man, hey, Queenie look cranny bad, me I tell you, you know. Queenie, you for go, man.
But Lyle, you know, as it relates to, you know, our youth, as it relates to, you know, what is happening into, you know, the education space.
Yes.
Now, fam, when you look on the Samoa agreement that Andrew Holness, the government, had signed, and the ripple effect, right, as it relates to a sort of culture, you know, that they want to merge into our society, right? It's fundamentally wrong. Now, when you have your little, you know, your children going to school, and particularly right at a tender age, it shouldn't be in no formal classroom. You understand? Trying to socialize the youth them in terms of concept like that. You see what I go?
Yeah.
It is wrong, but again, you have this administration as it relates to their level of greed. You understand? And in order to take money and borrow money, right? They sell them soul. And not only selling them soul, you know, them sell out all the Jamaican soul, you know. Because how is it that, you understand, if my little boy, right, said in basic school, right, I don't want my little boy to expose to no form of literature that is going to expose him to, you understand, eccentric behavior. More people forget me, you know. You understand? Now, if you have somebody who grew up and you understand while he's an adult, you understand, and he wants to, yeah, and he wants to do what he wants to do in terms of his sexual preference, you understand, that's him. It's okay. But to bring that in at the school, it is not an okay situation, because again, you know, they put it out there, you understand, in terms of the young minds, the young brains to adapt that and absorb that okay, it's okay for no, look here. And listen, man, we don't want people believe say, okay, all right, you understand, I am itching out on certain people. You understand, I am not doing that. You understand, because I am saying, you understand, if they want to have, you understand, their space in terms of them being an adult, you understand, to do so, okay, fine. But take it out of the schools.
Sure.
All right, let me just weigh in with and clarify your statement where you try to put forward.
Exactly.
Yes. When we as parents send we look at youth them to school, especially at the grassroots level of them early education, like basic school and even primary school, we send them go to forget real education, not sexual education. Because sexual education cannot get you a job or a degree. It has no merit in a school. Sexual education is something that every individual will grasp the mantle of and learn about it as their life develops and time goes by. So it is nothing that should be subjected to the classroom, because it is not a subject.
Exactly, my brother.
You understand? And where we find groups that should be, you know, standing up to the bureaucrats and the policymaker as it relates to these things, they are very silent.
Yeah.
No one such group is a church. They are entitled to rid society of these sort of elements, because they should practice what the Lord says.
But
you understand?
You just touch a thing. Remember me there on Ian Boyne's show, you know. And me burn them left, right, and center, you know. And me and you know said the most pedophile in that, you know. In a Jamaica, you know. Me and a joke me make, you know.
Yeah.
So them and let them boy look at pay 13-year-old little girl, pay this, pay that. The church have some guy where in a that man. One of them and me making go to jail and only 8 years them give me now. 8. So the churches, all them do is rob poor people. Instead of them I'm going to tell them straight, because we're not around prone alive. Instead of them engage with PSOJ, where I get waivers and I make a bag of profit. And get that and help poor people. They might take poor people money to you for one and pound. Them are different from Andrew on this.
No.
Them are different. Allow me to tell brother. Exactly. Andrew tell you for one and pound up to, you know. Up.
Yeah.
You for one and pound up. But me,
yeah,
him have account with 473 million around to it. Him have one and pound. 28 account him have one and pound. And you for one and pound up, you have a one bank account. It not work on either.
Exactly.
The church them lied. Them remember the woman she have a move from St. Thomas, you know. And then put her in a little thing and take her for the program and then her daughter grew up and her no do the past.
No, not doing, yeah.
Them no good.
And she nearly lose her life to become man go and nearly kill her. Which part them put her? So she never give her no protection. All them gear our 20,000 a month.
Yes.
Yeah, them never look after.
No. You want to see my quack like a duck of a little madman behind him. And I'm gonna video him, you know. And see when them see the video, like him shoot off of the pencil point, you know, people. You want to see him big dirty and stinking self, you know, them video him, you know. You want to see my quack like a duck, you know. And have the madman pencil point, you know. And I aim for the sharp knife, you know.
Madman. That's to show you how degrading them is. That's to show you how much ego him have. That's all a madman him interact with.
You see?
And then like somebody I don't know, Byron, I look up, you know, because I have a camera up on him.
You see?
Well, look up and see our binoculars.
And the madman.
Hey.
And Jano.
Lonesome and Byron. Lonesome and Byron.
Yes.
Them church man, you know. Enough of them, you know. What's on down a Riverton City dump, you know. Because as a church man, yeah, and you have that ego there for your own sexual gender, yeah. But you can't even look smart and decent. You have to take a madman.
A madman.
Eh? Yeah. They don't see the whole of them are garbage, brother. That's why I know so the Almighty Spirit now flow through the church them again. Them turn off the Almighty from being amongst them. Because where corruption and nastiness is concerned, so the Lord will not descend. Because him say cleanliness is it's next to godliness.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you don't clean God now, come around on you know, brother.
But hear this. So or is it that you have an MP or a minister walk a piece up and the youth foot?
Well, there you go. Because the whole society now get infested with this type of lifestyle. But them used to burn PG. You understand? And call them all type of thing. Yeah? But now, you know, see them embrace it and umbrella it up. Them breathe it, live it and eat it.
So we are tell them, listen, we don't live in a life, but leave the little youth them. We are come on, anyone I want to come here for send drunk or go to prison. You think I joke me, hey, don't you think in drunk or no say, we are going to make them old man send them to prison. We put a track up on him, you know. So him don't know me yet, you know. Don't you think in drunk or him go around and bloop, 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 bloop. Him don't know something.
Man, him to go to prison, man. Him to have a track up on him. Him to tag him. What I know?
It's more tolerable for nasty thinking drunk go to the police in Jamaica, make him take him soul. Can I want him so give him soul. That me I can send him a prison. And I joke me have to listen. Me about same case I not care where him they can we know where him they you know. Him they are Florida. I know where him they man. So where him there. So what we are do? We are boss look at me I can send him a prison man.
And now for the man them down at Jamaica supposed to wear tag, you know.
Child molester. I have to send him a prison. I have to send him a prison. Yes, man.
Agintai supposed to electronically tag, you know.
Eh? Agintai
supposed to wear electronic tag.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, him forget tag, you know, because
Queen forget tag. Big Mama forget tag. You understand? Yeah. Young drunk forget tag.
Him kind of heavy, you know, so my feet him forget tag, you know.
Juliet Cuthbert forget tag too.
Eh?
Juliet Cuthbert forget tag.
Yeah, she forget tag too, you know.
Yeah, man. I be a little boy she take.
Yeah, she forget
tag. She broke out the little boy them. You understand? Yeah, she forget tag. I want for them to get tag. All Cougar to get
Definitely
tag.
see my people. Him definitely forget. And if you have a boxer to them for charge him for this too. Look at people. Dirty things people. All this, can you imagine a piece of shit like this at about 13-year-old man? Nah, say again time from St. Mary. Look at. Look at the dirty mouth people.
Yeah, man, I see him them have him in a Gale Market Square, man. And a Gale Market Square, them have him like this.
People, I again time that the other day them a move him, you know. And him now have a boxer. You see him now, the manners? Can you imagine him this big old lot of thinking again time? I'm more less 13-year-old.
Hey, but loan some man Byron. When you look upon all in a Agintai situation with the affidavits that will come at Jamaica and we know hear nothing about it, you know. That show you said the system down the corrupt, you know. The judicial system corrupt. Because you can't tell me say you get something as an affidavit all the way from London in the UK. But when it come at Jamaica, it not mean nothing.
Hey.
Eh?
Don't move. You know who is Agintai?
Corruption, brother.
Brother, you know who is Agintai? Him are the chairman for Jamaica Labour Party, you know. And I think a girl of yours said when she 30, I bring her over and care and I do all kind of things that rape her.
And not just on rape her and physically abuse her too.
If you go to prison,
him physically abuse her too. It's not just the rape.
Him
physically abuse her. Him manangle her. This big old dirty thinking Branagh. A little 13-year-old. And him do it for 5 years.
That's sad.
Continuous.
That's sad. That's really sad.
You understand? So that little girl traumatized, you know.
And this someone in a parliament that represent people.
Yeah.
This
little girl traumatized from that age, you know.
Yes.
Even right now, she becomes an adult. It still affect her.
Of course.
You understand? So I just want the people to just understand, you know. So when a woman go through this process of molestation from a tender age, it damages her for life.
But look at him now, you know, in favor them, you look at Agintai. You know, say behind him, every man.
Yeah, man.
Baby man. Remember I saw Agintai, you know.
The man is a strapping man, you know. And imagine, my God.
Eh?
This big nasty Branagh.
Big
all him could have attracted with a little 13-year-old.
Yes.
13.
That piece of shit. Agintai is a big load of shit. Him and the next dirty one, Willard, where the snake and belly dancing. You too. After the little youth, man, the snake and belly dancing.
So you know, see him send the next one down and that transport this. Long John Silver Fox.
Dirty Long John Silver.
Same thing.
He's a big
so
load.
Everybody that were around Agintai are serial molesters.
Yes.
Serial molesters. Anybody we associate with Agintai,
yes,
a serial molester.
Byron, you see what they know about the registry, the sex registry door?
Yeah, because
you know.
Exactly.
All of them are going night. Maybe a bubblegum going night too. The
bubblegum happy night.
Him happy night.
Him happy night.
Put him up back. Him happy night. The girls them bubblegum. You're happy night this. You look me and Jay so still enough.
Well, me and Jiman. Yo. Want worm out. Him belly bang. Him want worm out.
No man. No man.
Him want worm out, man.
No sir. What you want not thinking, Queenie?
Boy, I can't be able to see film lens them, you know. Film lens them, boy, I mean, I know. The optician no really look on them lens there, you know. No, them lens, I mean, I know who give them lens there, you know.
Eh?
It look like a young drunk who give them lens there.
Yeah, man.
Young drunk who pull on them thing there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them, you know. Yeah, them attack each other, you know, because them
yeah, man.
Yes. But
yeah, man.
Them bubblegum, watch him. In me and Jibatsa, people see dirty Queenie there by himself, you know. Big nasty thinking Queenie, you see him? Yes, man. When I see him, big dirty thinking nasty Queenie. You know, see me? I'm done with them, you know, brother. I'm done with them. I can go eat my what we do, 3.5.
Yeah. No bad.
Yeah, man. Can we eat my big clean, okay? Today is Sunday, you know.
My wife Sunday they call me.
All right. So
my Monday rise with me already.
Yeah, all right. That's nothing.
Yeah, man, I want at 3:30 in the morning, you know, say,
yeah.
we got my element right, you know. It don't make sense I go put on me because I have some little work for go out for the building a man and some little knicks-knacks.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, man, this raper have to come off a New York Street, you know. Yeah, man.
And this are the dirty thinking also one too. To leave too.
Yeah, man, and to leave, man.
Yes.
Young
and I want
drunk, bro.
to have a platform. The ugliest one there. That little piece of shit here. See my we get flushed, you know. Him and them. You have to flush them in the people. You understand? But
yeah,
tell
man.
me what, we'll grab them.
Yeah, man, the Titan will always grab them.
All right, that's nothing. And
I
want your she too.
She forget tag, man.
Yes.
You have to tag she.
Yes.
She mash up the young youth, them mind.
Yeah, man. I want her to go in the registry too. No good one.
Yeah, man.
We don't talk. You see there? 3.5 with us knock.
All right.
People. We're out, you know.
Blessing.
Blessing.
Oh, yeah, bless up family. We're out. Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
Yes, brother. Man, we just knock out yourself. And we just right there. Put up.
Trendsetter, I'm gonna build on some of this place. Tell the boy, never come on. Build on some of the back, no man. See, anyway, go some. I'm a big trendsetter, don't some run the place. Me no follow back, come and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, don't some set the place. Me follow back, come on. Yo. As a man said to me, you're an expansion man. Cool. In the car, I'm balance from. Every man jump up on the bandwagon. Put them lyrics together. And I do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and don't stand. Baby, sit down and get a while. I'm full of baton. Run up the trendsetter. No one come set the place. Never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter, they want some set the place. Never love a come on. Yo, veteran. To perform a state, you want for them up the rest. Take some juice and smoke too big at the fist. Naturally, where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, load some natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up on the mic, how the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big trendsetter, load some set the place. Never love a come and come in and run rat race. Big trendsetter, load some set the place. Me never love a come and.
Yeah, brother. Me I run out, but before me run out, me get a picture here. But me no know, me soon find out how I go on with that soldier here, you know. Me say me can't zero me in. Can I look like them mash him up or something, you know, so me no know.
Yeah, I see him in a van back, you know, him get mashed up.
And like him handcuff.
Yeah, man cuff too. So it look like, yeah. Cause see a man sit there, you know, a man cuff. Yeah, man. You know, some fuck him go on for another situation that we see me now.
But we'll find out how I go on with him. We'll find out how I go on with him. Let me see what I'm name. Oh, security breach location. Okay, SP that HQ. 8th of December, approximately DTG. Number that information received was that 2 unidentified male were discovered breaking into our living quarters. Living quarters. So am I one of them?
One of them.
Individual fled the location while the other, the Farah Williams, was members of the comeback battalion and handed over to the car, military police. So a soldier them find him up there. So me tell you now already said that them same people about China some criminal them and I read it, you know, see it and me have it. You know, so me have remember the eagle I have the thing them, you know.
Yeah, man. Send it come give me, man. We'll go through it, man.
Yeah. You see it there?
You see it, man. Yeah, man.
The people them can get a screenshot. Yes. See it? So remember, so the eagle have the thing, them we see and then we run through the thing. So a criminal list in a soldier thing, you know, a
Yeah, man. That them the man. Them use the military and the constabulary force, you know.
I tell you, brother.
To cover them nasty traps.
I'm right now. I'm saying it to you, yeah.
Yeah,
People,
man.
with there, yeah. When you don't follow the bugger gum, and the permanent eater, they want a sledgehammer. Take to him, plate them. Him plate them, you have to crack them, you know. So they crack with them need to crack out. You want a sledgehammer, take it to him crack race. Him a germs. You understand? All right, me there, yeah. Later. I'm out.